Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
None of that shit. I'm up here. I'm at the job right now. I'm finna confront him right now.
This is unnecessary. Get your ass back in that car.
No, I'm finna
Don't
confront
fuck
him.
this man's job.
I'm at his job right now.
So what you about to do? What you gonna say to him?
I'm about to go in here confront him about hanging with my wife. You ain't finna have no. You are not finna have no work boo.
This man don't know you from a can of paint.
I don't give a damn. You're not finna have no work boo, no work man, no work nothing.
That's your problem right there. All this narcissistic behavior. This is what the hell I'm talking about. You don't need to confront nobody. We done already spoke about it. That man. Oh God, can you please leave that man alone?
No,
we already talked about this.
Yeah, I know. I'm at the job now though.
You about to make this so difficult. I swear. We already communicated.
What's up, bro?
What's up, Bobby?
You know what's up, bro?
You good?
No, I ain't good, bro. Does she look familiar to you?
Yeah. That's the homie.
That's the homie, huh?
Yeah.
That's my wife, bro.
Your wife?
That's my wife, bro.
She ain't said nothing about that.
Yeah, this my wife, bro.
Your wife?
This my wife, bro.
Man, you need to take that up with her.
You are about to lose your job, bro.
Man, you need to take that up with her. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Stop bothering him while he at work.
Bro, look.
I don't know nothing about
What's
that.
your problem?
Hey, we just hung out. She didn't say nothing about you.
Bro, like I said, bro, this is my wife.
I didn't know about you.
Well, look, I'm about to start filming because this about to get ugly, bro.
You about to talk to her.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. We about to go stupid. 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 This year we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Lord, they blood loud like he Putin. Nigga thugged out like he Putin. Ain't a coot nigga, can't scoop me. I hear the hate loud, call it rootin'. Dodo bird, a real extra bitch. Speeding around in a dumb wheel. Push start, banana split. Dior bag, hold an extra clip. Cuff a rap nigga, extra drip. Then stack with him, extra flips. Slaughter water, real loony bitch. Purse Gucci, no Dooney bitch. Pussy talk, no rumor ish. On the whole head like a tumor sick. Shots fired, I don't miss. I'm the definition of a real bitch.
We on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid. I'm in a two-seat on my cocktail note. Hangovers on me. We gon' try buy your new phone with we in the Range Rover, no heat. Take out my can't wait next year. Roll that out, I'ma cover my ear. I'm too hot, so don't come near. If it ain't on me right here. Got a house pride, got pills on my drive like spin. We're broke way too long, main reason all of be spin. Took it out last year, now back up. Both on your main, now she stuck. I don't do favors, I don't trust luck. I'm pulling up if it's by the bus. This year we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Welcome to class, guys. We got open school night. Mr. Goodbread and the Dean, OK Izzy, is in the building. And salute to all my brothers and my sisters with sense. Okay, what's going on, my guy?
What's goody? How y'all doing tonight, chat? How y'all doing tonight? Make sure y'all hit that damn like button. And I'm ready to go, good bread. It seems like it's gonna really be a good show tonight. I'm here. I am here.
Let's go. So tonight, majority of black women purposely, and I put a P, an extra P in, you know how they say period, but that P is in purposely keep the father away from their children, guys. That's what we talking about tonight. So we not talking about the deadbeat fathers. We're talking about deadbeat mothers because in the route to get into
That's
why
right.
these fathers are so deadbeat, we might stumble over why. So we're going to talk about the majority of black women who purposely keep their father away from their children, all right? So if that's too much for you, now is the time to leave. Don't you dare sit your bald-headed self, your bonnet wearing self on this stream any longer, knowing that that's what we talking about. We're going to be talking about that. Okay, you got anything you want to add?
You said it right. You said it right. You know, we here to speak the truth. We here to keep it real. Far too many times do us, black men who represent righteousness are not represented. So at this point, we don't need y'all to come in here and say, but look over there and oh, what about this guy? What about that guy? We're gonna speak the truth and we're gonna come representing the people that haven't been represented in the black community, which is the righteous man, which is the father that was there, which is the quote unquote good black man. So we ain't gonna play games tonight, man.
Exactly. And to piggyback off of what you said, the good man, they know the good man that decided to walk in your store, that one, that one. Now all of a sudden now he's a horrible person and stuff. You know what I mean? But when you was just you and your store and all those goods sitting on top of the shelf and ain't nobody came, you ain't have no customers, you was longing and you wanted a customer so bad. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah. Guys, stay up out them stores, guys. I'm telling you, stay up out them stores because they be acting like they don't want y'all in them stores. They come in, they let y'all in them stores, they let y'all spill stuff, they let y'all steal stuff, they let y'all do
Uh
whatever
huh.
y'all want, and then they cry about it. Then they run to the social media and talk about y'all gotta stop making single mothers, and you gotta like if a man could give himself some cooch, can you give yourself some fish hole, okay, Al?
No,
Honestly,
I
can you just
cannot
give
do it.
yourself some you can give you some unprotected fish hole? Can you give yourself some unprotected fish hole, my guy? Can you
Absolutely
show
not,
me?
my brother.
You can't do it. So you can't even show me how to get. Cause man, shit. If I can give me some unprotected fish hole, right now. Just give me. Shit, I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to do that. We up in here. We in here, and we telling the truth tonight. We is in here for real.
Yeah, yeah.
For real, we telling it. I already see it's too much for them already. So let me get a disclaimer, okay, before we just go any further. Welcome to the Righteous Fair, guys. Keep in mind, we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or your emotions. We gonna cater to the truth. We gonna cater to common sense, and we will not complicate it. We will not. You know what I mean? Part of the reason why we get up here and we just tell the truth and we talk to ourselves or whoever want to hear it is because we need to address these things so that we can stop overlooking them. You know what I mean? We make choices and decisions based off the things we believe at heart. And for most of us who ain't go get no information, no new information, the stuff you believe at heart is a lie. It's a crab leg lie and it's foolish and it's stupid. And you know it is because you haven't got a good result. You haven't got a blessing from God since your father was around you.
Preach.
But that's a whole nother live, right? We here to talk about majority of black women that purposely keep the father away from their children, right? You know how a lot of men left the cribs. You know how a lot of deadbeats came about, guys. You
Uh
know
huh.
how women purposely did it. Cause you know what we did in the intro. Let me play what happened in the intro. Cause a lot of guys is not in the crib because they just wasn't able to do what this man did. Now you see,
That's
we gonna
right.
call this man a simp because this man went and pulled up on the work husband. He went and pulled up on the work husband. Now you see, us millennials, let me speak for myself now. I ain't got it in me. He's a much better man than myself. Cause
Run
I'm
your
not
mouth,
going.
good Brad. Run your mouth, man. Run that truth, man.
He's a much better man than me because he really want his family and he really want his wife and all of that because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do what God said because remember, we could get a divorce if it's sexual immorality going on and that's immoral. If you got a work husband, she got a work husband, that's immoral. So now you can pack her up and you can re-gift because she's a gift from God. Remember, women are the gift from God, men are the prize. So now what you do is you get you a nice box and you can get some bow. Get a bow and get some tape. And you throw her back in that box, right? And then you put the bow on that box and you put that box outside of your house and you call her moms. You call her hell of a mother and tell her hell of a mother, come get her, and then you give a hell of a mother a little 2 months, 3 months worth of rent for where she stay at, because that's gonna be her problem now. And you call it a divorce, and you can
Right.
do that. God see you, and you divorce. Don't let her fool you
I,
now. But he.
I don't want this product no more. I want a
We-
refund.
Return to sender. Return to sender.
And I
Absolutely.
got the receipt. And I got the receipt.
Right, absolutely. But he's a way better man than me. But keep in mind, a lot of men were like me, and you disrespect me like this, and you can keep that baby. And that's not saying I'm not going to take care of my responsibilities, because I am. I'm just not going to play, let's pretend we're a family with a cheater. I'm not doing that. So again, now a lot of men have left the crib, or a lot of men have not wanted to continue the relationship with this woman, and now in return, he's a deadbeat now. I bet you would call him a deadbeat. You cheating, nasty, meat the meat. Yo, one time.
If you didn't know, a hoe's final form is a religious woman.
That's not
You hitting it from the back, beating my shit in. I asked you why it feel like that. You said feel like what? I tell you meat to meat. You said you took the rubber off. So I'm throwing it back even harder. You tell me you got the nut, so I'm throwing it back even harder. You got the one hand on neck, one thumb in ass, hitting my shit, beating it the fuck in. Now you nut. You leave the money on the dresser for it, plan B. 2 days later, you calling my phone asking me, did I take what? I left the money on the dresser for the plan what?
See what I mean? Yeah, y'all keep playing games like that. Y'all be playing games like that. Yeah, y'all be playing games like that, yo. That's how you end up being a single moms, yo. Both directions. He said, Mr. Goodbrad, my God say, hold on, okay out here. Okay,
My
can
bad.
you can you read that for me?
Absolutely. We got the cheat code demon says, uh, my God says to give a reversal to how AMWs treat me. He slash she slash it says to get money from AMWs before going abroad to find a traditional girlfriend. Yes, cheat AMWs. Speak. Hey, hey,
Yo, that's your strategy. If that's what you're saying,
hey,
that's what he told you. Now, who am I? Who am I to say?
hey,
Who am I to say he ain't tell you that? If
hey.
that's what he told you, you know what I mean? Just be careful. You know what I mean? Just be careful, guys. Man,
It's a
for real.
fact. Man.
But did I play the joint? Did I even play it? Yeah, we played that joint. So OKL having technical difficulties. So let's get into the warm up, my guys. Let's take it to the streets. I need y'all to understand the mindset. So it's a mindset thing, and it starts from this my body, my choice. That's the ultimate power. They have power. We don't have no power, but they have power. My body, my choice is very powerful. But sister, Once that baby leave your body, you not God. You know what I mean? The baby got choices. The baby got choices once that baby leave your body. The baby got choices. That baby is a human being now. You don't control that. You have no control over people. That baby is not your property, right? Don't you say it take two to make
Mm-hmm.
this baby, right? They okay, am I bugging? They say it take two to make this baby, right?
Yeah.
But so
No,
that
you're
means
not bugging at all.
two people get to make decisions for this baby, right?
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
Supposedly, and you say supposedly because when the baby come out and it like when you got the baby coming out and when you got real life hitting you, responsibility comes after that. And a lot of these women don't want the responsibility that comes with that. So then what they do, they put it all on the men. Even when they say it takes two, that's them saying that the man has to be responsible as well. They'll have sex with a man knowing that this man is a deadbeat or knowing that this man didn't want no child, but because they don't want the full responsibility or the consequences of their actions, then that's what they're gonna say. Oh, it takes two.
These some slick brisket neck back chicks. I swear, that's some slick shit.
They slick, man. They got a slick tongue, boy. They
Yeah,
got a
some
slick
slick.
tongue.
Hey, man, yo, that joint is not gonna work on smart guys, y'all. Y'all do know that. That shit don't work on smart guys, bro. Guys that put God first. When you dealing with a guy that put God first, like the real God, the Most High, Allah, Buddha.
Hmm.
When you dealing with a guy like that, you not getting on that pedestal, man. I don't care how much you beat your face up. You could double lace front your wig and all of that. You is not getting on there, yo. And that be the fight. That be the fight right there. And that's why they like the guys that love themselves. When you love yourself like how I love myself, they is not getting on there. They're gonna fight. They're gonna try to prove you wrong. And you gonna get all the fish hole and they're en route to them trying to prove you wrong. You getting all the fish hole you want. Just protect yourself, guys, because they're not gonna protect them. They thinking giving you raw fish hole is how they gonna capitalize and gain the control in the relationship.
Hmm.
That's why they bust
Hmm.
it wide open without requiring a man, you know what I mean, put that thing on. So, you know what I mean, they ain't slick, guys.
Hmm.
This is how we all became deadbeats, bro. We just talking about it today. We just having conversations, bro. Conversations, cause a lot of y'all can't. 70% of y'all environment is a woman. So y'all got to walk on eggshells. Y'all can't talk about stuff like this. This why y'all love my channel. Cause we gonna talk about it every day. We gonna
Yes,
talk
we
about
is.
it. Cause I know we all got the same story, right? We was just chopping it up on the phone. Group of us, group of men, all got the same story. That's why I
Hmm.
said if we don't go as an individual and get some new information, we gonna make the same mistakes everybody else is making because we all raised off the same stupid shit, give or take. We all raised off the same stupid shit. The difference between losers and winners is the winners go get some new information and start thinking and start moving different, while the losers sit there and repeat the same stupid foolishness that everybody
That's
is
right.
doing.
That's right.
It's nasty work out here, man. But let's see what the streets is saying about this my body, my choice. Salute to my guy. It's complicated. Okay, you know how we work, bro, Dean.
Trust me, I know what's going on. Play the video. Let's get in.
Sex
Let's get
outside of
in.
marriage is worse than killing a baby. I don't necessarily consider it killing a baby when you have an abortion. So
Wow. She started off crazy.
It started off
Sheesh.
already, yo. You see, they have babies. Pay
Wow.
attention. They don't believe in ABs, right? But they believe in fornication. They don't believe in, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. It's just hypocritical, bro.
Sex outside of marriage is worse than killing a baby. Let it play, good, bro. Let it play. Let it play. Let it play. Wow.
Why is abortion an important issue for women?
Because it's our body, our choice.
Because it affects our bodies, our lives, our mental health, everything to do with ourselves.
Women have the right to choose what they want to do with their bodies. So
Having the government decide what we do with our own bodies is not the best idea. It's healthcare. It's not government decision.
Would you agree that abortion by and large is consequence-free sex for women?
No. No, it's not.
Why is
Okay, Izzy, why do they be talking like if the government puts their name in a hat and calls them into the doctor's office and just performs the surgery on them out of nowhere, bro? Like, can the government come and just pick you or your daughter up and just be like, come here, we're gonna perform a AB on you? Like, is that how it's working? Is that how it's working? Am I bugging?
It's
Like,
it.
you gotta be
No, you're not
mindful.
bugging.
I'm
It's
crazy.
for the same reason why I said what I said in the beginning of the video. This is them absolving responsibility. On one end, it's my body, my choice. Remember that, good Greg. On one end, it's my body, my choice. But on the other end, now they gotta put responsibility on somebody else. So when we're talking about the government, or when women are talking about the government controlling women or blah blah blah, whatever the case may be, all they're doing is taking away or trying to control the fact that you guys are getting abortions. But the thing is this: you women, you guys have control over your bodies. It's your choice, right?
Yes.
You guys are choosing to have sex. You guys are choosing to take that raw D, meat to meat, right? Meat to meat. Y'all
Meet the
choosing
meat.
to do that. And then as soon as the responsibility comes in, now all of a sudden it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's why they doing it, bro. That's why they doing it.
That is nasty work, yo. And look at her. She look like she about to blow up. Calm down, man.
Settle down. Settle down. Come on. Calm down. Calm down. Relax. Relax. You're getting a little out of order here.
They get crazy when that come up. They get crazy when that topic come up, boy.
by and large is consequence-free
Wow.
sex for women?
No.
Just
No, it's not.
Why is that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Why would you jump out there and answer it if you didn't really think of the answer? You see how they're programmed to lie. They're
Yeah.
programmed to crab leg, bro. You can't make this shit up, man.
Oh snap, man.
One more time.
No, it's not.
Why is that?
Oh, that's a good question. Is it consequence free for men too? If a woman
Oh
feels like
my
they have an
goodness.
abortion?
Oh my God. Oh my motherfucker.
Immediately,
Ah shit.
yo,
Super. Am I tripping? Am I? But remember what I just said in the beginning. Soon as it comes to responsibility, the first thing they do is point outside of themselves. That's the first thing
Yo,
they do.
these women pull their little thongy thongs down. They bend over. They bust it wide open, like yo. They act like yo. Wow, house, yo, This is. They said they're the most educated women in the nation. They be
And
talking
they
about
mature faster than men,
education.
by the way.
What
And they
they?
mature faster than us, by the way.
No way. No way. No way. This is female nature, guys. And this is why I need y'all to learn it. I need y'all to address your mom's stupidity, right? Because your mom's is just as stupid as this woman, bro. Trust me. Address your moms, then learn the female nature and just laugh at it because it don't make no sense in getting mad at it. When you learn female nature, you see how funny and creative, manipulative it is, and you are able to laugh at it. You know what I mean? Learn it, guys.
Potentially, I mean, it's a consequence-free sex for men and women.
Yeah.
Why are 98% of abortions elective?
Elective?
Like chosen rather than required surgery?
Probably just wrong place, wrong time.
Would you agree that abortion by and large is consequence-free sex for women?
I don't think it should be.
Yo, they
Did I
cannot
not
keep
call
this
it out?
group. And she knew the answer, but she said she just pivoted and then juked around the right answer. And come on now. Come on now. Like, yo, not all. Yo, okay, Israel, they gonna hit it.
They're gonna try to point the direct. They're gonna point it in the other way. It ain't
Not
me.
all.
Don't
But they
worry
gonna
about
hit
me.
No, I feel like it is.
Would you agree that abortion by and large is consequence-free sex?
No way. No way. No, we not gonna ask the simp stud nothing. No, we not gonna ask the simp stud any questions. She's the man. She's what kind of it's complicated funny. Let's see what he's funny.
For women?
Yes. To an extent, yes.
Wouldn't prostitution be consequence-free sex for men, except it wouldn't involve killing of an embryo?
Yes, unfortunately, but
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess technically it's not free sex because you're paying for it. So
Isn't abortion sex without accountability, while prostitution is sex without liability?
Fair enough, yeah.
I wouldn't say abortion is not sex without accountability. I feel like if if you're going for abortion, that's taking accountability for having sex. So
Do you believe sex is a need
What?
or a want?
It's a want. Because of lust.
If sex is not a need for men, then why is abortion a need for women? Can't women just masturbate like men?
Women.
God, what a question, yo. What a question, B. What the fuck do
Yo,
Uncomplicated be thinking about, man?
no, he sits down. He actually sits down and thinks about this stuff, and I really love the questions he's asking because what it's doing is it's challenging women on their BS. It's challenging women on all the discrepancies that they've been putting out when it comes to sex and babies and children. Because all this stuff boils down to is irresponsible sex, and I love how he's placing these questions. I love it.
It can masturbate like men, but at the same time, women choose to do the abortion because they don't want to deal with the responsibility of having a child when you opened your legs or whatever you did to make that child, so you don't want to take the responsibility for that.
Did
So
I
then
lie?
wouldn't that mean that abortion is consequence-free sex for women?
It is. You're absolutely right.
Why is
Hmm.
prostitution seen as more
Okay, yo.
Did I lie? Did I
We
lie?
got to give her kudos, yo. Yes, ma'am. You know how we do, man. We see you. We see you, sis. We see you.
Oh man.
disgusting, then abortion would be seen as disgusting?
Having multiple sex partners is, yeah, it's nasty.
Because it's socially accepted. Abortion is socially accepted, as opposed to seeing a woman on the corner and seeing her in provocative clothing. You're like automatically judging, as opposed to.
At New York Presbyterian, we've built up our experience over decades. With heart
Hit the
surgery,
like button, guys. Hit that
Not
like
knowing
button.
someone's going into a clinic and going under that procedure, it's just more socially accepted.
Abortion has to do, it covers so many people. Women indicate over 50% of the population.
And prostitution, I think, if you're a consenting adult and you want to do that, like in Amsterdam, they regulate it. They have safety measures in place and someone is agreeing to do that. If you want to have an abortion, it's because you are not either mentally, financially, there's so many other reasons you wouldn't be able to take care of that child, and you know you wouldn't be able to give it a good life.
Why is a woman more entitled to killing a baby that's being formed than a man fulfilling his sexual needs?
Well, because a man holds a lot of power within the cum. Let's say that. Like, of course, a woman has a uterus and is able to provide life and have and make life, but a man is also key to forming life.
Why do women claim to be the creators of life when the child is wanted, yet as soon as the pregnancy is unplanned, it suddenly becomes the man's fault for not wearing a condom?
See, I believe it's both persons.
Tag, yo. Yeesh. And let's stop with this creators of life. They're not creators of life, yo. They're not. Men are creators of life. Every day, in our sack, we produce new, you know what? Every month
It's a fact.
in their sack, they destroy and push out, you know what? Let's stop playing. We know who are the builders and who are the destroyers. It's the yin and the yang. Let's stop it, yo. Let's knock it off, yo. We getting educated.
Responsibility, not just the man's. So,
Which of the following is worse? Sex outside marriage or killing a baby?
Killing a baby.
sex outside marriage, I guess.
I would
Oh
say
my God.
Demon, but you see how she look.
Oh my
You
God.
see how she look. Look, you saw how she look.
yeah, sex outside of marriage is worse than killing a baby. I don't necessarily consider it killing a baby when you have an abortion. So
Why is abortion more socially acceptable than prostitution?
That is a good question. I'm actually not sure about that one. That is a very good question.
If sex is a need within marriage, why would it be any less of a need outside marriage?
I don't really know how to answer that one, actually.
Prostitution was
Mhm.
made legal, even though they act like it's illegal. It was made legal in like places like Vegas or LA, so it's a lot more open. You go down the right streets and you'll just see prostitution openly. Versus when people say, "Oh, just killing the innocent baby," da 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 da, but they don't see how prostitution. You're 9 out of 10, they're gonna get pregnant too.
Why wouldn't pro-lifers want to legalize safe and regulated prostitution to minimize unwanted pregnancies?
It's kind of a catch-22 with that one. It's still frowned upon in today's society, I suppose.
Wouldn't that reduce the need for abortions? I mean, doesn't a man need sex a lot more often than a woman needs an abortion?
That's true. Yes. Yes. You got me there. Yes.
Men feel they need sex more.
If sex is a need within marriage, why wouldn't it be any less of a need outside marriage?
Because when you do it outside of marriage, you create something like a baby, and you basically don't. Some couples don't end up together, so you're basically on your own and you're struggling with the baby. And nowadays, babies are not. They're not cheap. So you doing it on your own and being independent, which I do love independent women, but at the same time, you still need a man in your life. That's why marriage is important, because a man will always be by your side and always be there in the marriage and with your children.
If a lot of men don't want to get married, what are men supposed to do to fulfill those needs?
I guess premarital sex.
Why should abortion be cheap and accessible any more than prostitution should be cheap and accessible?
Well, sometimes
Abortion is not cheap.
it's
I
not
could tell
cheap,
you that.
yeah.
That shit's almost $1,000.
Have you seen the price of prostitution?
I could
depending
never.
on the woman,
I
the
can't really-
caliber of her experience, the looks, and her physical appearance.
If a man has to drive to a different state to get a prostitute, why shouldn't a woman have to drive to a different state to get an abortion?
I don't really think it's the same. Like, I guess, like, you know, like I said, like, sex is more of like a want. And so, you know, if you're wanting to drive to a different state to get a prostitute or do whatever you got to do to fulfill your needs, you know, that's whatever, that's your decision. But, you know, if you have something happen to you and you need a way out of it, like getting an abortion.
Yo, I'm sorry to stop it right quick. Y'all make sure I hit that like button. But why they all got the dumb eyelashes, man? They all got these stupid fucking
Mhm.
eyelashes, yo.
They all got the dumb eyelashes, the dumb smirk when they talking, they laughing, kikiing like it's a joke.
Like,
This is a real situation here, man.
they dumb. Your superpower is your eyes. Y'all move the room with your eyes, but y'all so busy talking, y'all so busy with your mouth opening. So now y'all gonna try to exaggerate your superpower. It's already your
Mm-hmm.
superpower. Now they
Mm-hmm.
exaggerating their super. That's how they get y'all simps weak.
Yes.
Cause they think y'all like that shit. That shit don't make y'all look cute. That is a red flag to a smart dude. What are you doing? What, like, that shit right there is straight manipulation, yo. And you already have pretty eyes. Like, you's a dummy, yo. Oh man, they all dumb. All of them. Not all of them, yo. You see it, right?
And from an unwanted pregnancy, it should be accessible in your state. You shouldn't have to drive across the country to do that.
Which of the following is worse? A woman's fear of getting pregnant or a man's fear of 18 years of child support?
Both. I think they're equally.
Pregnancy.
How would the overturning of Roe versus Wade benefit men?
Bro, they're all walking around here with extendos. Extendo lashes, bro. They all got extendo lashes. Like, who told them that shit was cute, bro? It's like
That's
they
the
moms
blueprint.
got Betty Boop tattooed on them while they running around here looking like Betty Boop. Come on, bro. These
And
retarded,
speaking
bro.
of the extendo eyelashes, that shit really came from prostitution, anyways. Them extendo lashes came from prostitutes, and I'm not lying, guys. It came from prostitutes and them trying to avoid cum getting in their eyes. So let that sink in real quick for y'all, okay? Let that sink in. Speaking of prostitution,
When men are now more likely to get baby trapped.
Baby trapped is insane.
Baby trapped, as you say. What's to say they won't just walk away without and leaving the consequences that they did technically create?
And it's much easier for a man to walk away, go move out of the country, move out of state, and hide than it is for a woman who has to carry something in their body for 9 months.
okay,
and
and
then
let me
deal
let
with
me
the
pause it right there.
consequences
Let
of
me
that
pause it
present.
right there, good Brett. Pause it right there. So with what she just said, I agree with her. So why then are you so irresponsible with that fish hole?
Exactly. Exactly.
Huh?
Knowing that,
Am I tripping, good Brett? Did I say something that's out of order or something like that?
you didn't. It is in their best interest, knowing that it's in their best interest to not bust it open, wide open without protection. It's in their best interest. You
Mm,
know what I mean? That just goes to show you how much they care, how much self-love and self-care they have. Their fish hole is the package. You know what I mean? That's the only thing we want in your store, honestly. We don't want nothing else from you. You can't do nothing else, to be honest
right,
with you. So when we come in your store, we go straight to the fish hole section, and that's it. You don't even gotta give us a menu. We don't want nothing on your menu. We just want the fish hole. That's it. You know what I mean? Keep the
right, right.
fries, keep the soup, keep the outfit.
And I want to kind of not to just uh beat a dead horse, but it's almost like a vehicle. If you know your vehicle needs gas, if you know your vehicle needs oil changes, if you know your vehicle needs transmission fluid, why would you keep driving without taking the responsibility of maintaining that? Why would you do that? Because you're irresponsible.
Yeah,
Point blank period. I ain't even got to say nothing else.
and you just gave the true definition of gaslighting right there. 'Cause that's what they are. They're the ultimate gaslighters, bro. They see that gaslight come on and they still drive. They still
Yup,
drive knowing they
exactly. You on E and you still driving, and as soon as the car break down, you want to point outside and blame everybody else instead of just putting gas in that damn car, being responsible with your property.
Of her life.
Why would women blame men for taking away rights if it ends up also hurting men in the process?
But how does it hurt men?
Because men are more likely to get stuck paying child support for kids that they didn't want.
No, you could tell she sell fish hole. You could tell she wasn't even thinking of nothing like that. You could tell she a fish hole seller. Facts.
Um,
She wasn't even thinking.
So
because some men don't want to step up and be dads, so it shouldn't matter what they feel. Women's is the one that got.
Now they come in here with this. They love this. What's that? That's that 1960, 1970, 80 stat right there, right? Where the grandpas, because I could see how our grandpas, they was masculine, manly men. We ain't never gonna be that masculine as our grandpas. But I could see how our grandpa did not want to watch no kid. But us millennials, are you dumb, man? We seen it. We sat there and saw y'all definition of raising and watching your child. Bitch, we want to watch our child. We can watch our child while we play our video games. Yes, we can. We can sit them right there and
hmm
we can watch. We can do that. It ain't nothing. They go to school. We pick them up from school, and we can go to work. We can go to work. And what? Because while we work, they're in school. Yes. And then we come, we pick them up from school, we bring them back to the house, we feed them, we play with them. They want to play with us more than they want to play with y'all anyway. So
Right.
where do y'all get off talking about the average man don't want to watch his kid full time? We don't want to watch our kid full time under your leadership. That's what we don't want to do. So
There we
stop it.
go, good
Knock it off.
bread.
We don't want to watch our kid or have anything to do with him if you got to be there, all breathing down our neck, ma'am. So let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. If you gave the kid to the dad with no strings attached and did not call and did not need to meet his new girlfriend, he would gladly take his child. So let's stop playing, bitch. Y'all be playing like y'all be playing and then y'all be really running with it like, you know what I'm gonna need y'all to do? I'm gonna need y'all to get up around because y'all too, just like I tell the men, y'all got about 70% of females in y'all environment. I'm gonna need y'all to get around some more masculine, logical environments so that you can get two perspectives. Y'all seeing this thing from one perspective, your mama perspective, bald head
Mm-hmm.
roach logic. You know what I mean? You got to get rid of the bald head roach logic now.
Got to go through body changes for 9 months.
It hurts their pockets. It doesn't hurt them emotionally. It doesn't hurt them to the aspect of a woman's emotions.
But I do see the controversy in men and women in that sense too, because a lot of women are grimy as and will pull the, well, you know, I am going to get the security and we are going to use the state and you're going to pay for my baby, but
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
why is it that now we on it? It's two sisters that kept it a buck that know what time it is.
Shout out to the sisters. Shout out to y'all.
Two sisters that kept it a
Shout
buck
out.
that know what time it is. Now that could be good or that could be bad. Cause it's bad that they're aware of it. Why is they aware of this? But it's good because they honest. They honest, bro. They calling it out. So they not trying to dig in nobody cat litter and pretend like the community great and the women in the community is just, oh, they just men walking around sticking pee in them, getting them pregnant. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, it doesn't work like that. It just does
I,
not work like that.
I think she deserved to be ran. Give her mic back. Run it back real quick. Let her talk. Let her talk, please, good bread.
Doesn't hurt them to the aspect of a woman's emotions.
but I do see the controversy in men and women in that sense too, because a lot of women are grimy as and will pull the, well, you know, I am going to get the security and we are going to use the state and you're going to pay for my baby, but you can't see
Mm-hmm.
him or them, you know. I see that controversy right there.
What reproductive rights do men have in the first place?
Do they have any? None.
Huh?
I want to say none.
Why is it if a woman can't pay for her baby, she gets government assistance, but if a man can't pay for his baby, he goes to jail?
I don't know why, but I do not think it's fair whatsoever.
Get your ass up, man.
That's a fact right there, because that's what my little man's was asking today. You know what I mean? It started all with this right here. It started off with this right here. Okay, is he like, if mom can't afford to have us without dad's money, child support check, why don't they just let us live with dad? Now, can we get a logical answer for this? Can we get a logical
Yeah.
answer for this? And like I said, miss me with cause the fathers don't want to take care of their kids. Miss me with that. Cause give your kid to your father, to their father and shut up and see. Let's switch. Let's have this whole switch and see if the statistics stay the same. Cause y'all know y'all statistics looking bad out here. Y'all single mother statistics looking bad out here. You know what I mean? Let's talk about those statistics. F those statistics that y'all want to talk about, them 1987 statistics. We ain't talking about your grandpa and his failures. We talking about us millennials right now, yo.
Mm-hmm.
The products of those dummies. That's what we talking about. The 80s babies, yeah.
Right.
You know
And
what I
far
mean?
too many men get blamed for this situation, uh, and not enough of the family dynamic gets brought up when it comes to this. Because if two people have sex and you guys have a baby dynamic, y'all supposed to bump heads, put y'all heads together, and make it work. Y'all supposed to make it happen. Um, and what I see, Mr. Goodbread, is a lot of men getting blamed, a lot of men having to deal with the consequences of the poor choices that these women are making. And I call it a poor choice because I don't see women running around here saying, we did this together. Like you said earlier, Goodbread, it takes two, but what they do is they absolve responsibility and they just blame the man. But if it takes two, then it also takes two to be responsible, right? It takes two to do all that crap. It also takes two to be responsible. And when you got two that are responsible, then you situations will be better than what we see today, which is you got the mama putting daddy on child support. The daddy don't want to deal with her. Now I also want to dive deep into this. You got a lot of men who are being put on child support, who are being alienated from their children. So what that does is it separates that family, or it takes two dynamic, like they love to talk about. That it takes two dynamic, they separate that. So now the man doesn't want to deal with it because when he's being hit with all this child support and all this bull crap, it don't take two for that no more. So he don't want to deal with that. But if he was in a comfortable position, and I'm not saying that all men are like this, but for the most part, if you got a man in a situation where it takes two and she's willing to work with him and she's willing to parent that child with that man, most likely that situation would be a better situation.
That's a fact. This is crazy right here, though, because I saw a comment, and a poor dad is still a better protector than a poor woman, a poor mother. I mean, so even if mom and dad is poor, a poor man is better for the child to be with than a poor woman, because we already know how the woman
Yes.
gonna have to come up.
Hmm.
The mom's gonna have to come up with her looks. The dad, he gonna come up with his hands. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And I never met a kid tell me they was selling drugs or selling fish hole to keep their dad lights on. So it's something about that. Let's stop playing. Like, we here to tell the truth, right? This the righteous fear. Like, we gonna stop playing. We gonna stop playing. We gonna talk it out. We gonna talk about it. Cause a poor dad, you know what I mean, is better than a poor mom. So any way you slice it, because it's just biology, guys. You know that? You know that your dad's supposed to be in your life. It was written in our basic instructions before leaving Earth for us to have fathers, and our fathers were supposed to pass our sisters and our daughters off to the next man, and so on like that. That's
Hmm.
how it was supposed to go, so that we could avoid all this deadbeat and this and all that. You know what I mean? But
Right.
whose
Right.
decision was it to tinker with God's process? It wasn't the man. It wasn't the man's decision to tinker with God's process. Because remember, black men were good enough to be y'all husbands and be y'all fathers for y'all kids up until women's suffrage. Right around women's suffrage, when them white women wanted the right to vote, that's right there is when the sisters all of a sudden thought it was a better idea to just be strong and independent. But before that, if we can go into our history books, because I know a lot of y'all don't read, or a lot of y'all let people talk for y'all and think for y'all. But if you go into your history books, right? And I want you to go right before white woman suffrage. And I'm gonna say it just like that because you sisters wasn't suffering, you dummy. You ran out there
Hmm.
in them streets and made yourself suffer, and you've been suffering ever since. You've been suffering ever since. But
And
that's
just to
just a
kind of
little
add
piece of
on,
history.
and just to add on to what you're saying, good breaker, that was a really good point. While that white woman was fighting for her rights, black women and black men did not have those rights. So for the black woman to sit there and make it seem like it was a woman thing, no, it wasn't no woman thing.
Yeah.
At least for us, because the black man, we didn't have them rights that y'all was fighting for. We didn't have that shit.
Nah, we had our
Just
right to
want to throw
vote.
that out there.
Wait, we had a right to vote. Hold on. We had a right to vote. Remember, at the time, white men and fresh out of slavery, black men had the right to vote. That's what pissed the white women off. That right there is what pissed the white women off. Cause
Okay, I see. Okay,
we,
never,
yeah,
I wasn't just
yeah,
talking about the vote. All right, I got you.
yeah. We as black men, fresh slaves, we as fresh slaves, have rights to vote. I mean, we was right there with our brothers, our white brothers, chilling, and we was smoking cigars, holding our family down. They was doing what they had to. They was trying to do what they had to do, but they was fighting. They was going through the gender war first. They went through the gender war first. That's why when you see the fake
Okay.
pro-blacks and they get on here running their mouth and they want to make the white man out to be the straight devil when it's the white woman that's the devil. You know what I mean? To be honest, you know what I mean? Woman, 5 letters, devil, 5 letters, God, 3 letters, man, 3 letters. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm,
But
mm.
in any event, they was in the gender war first, and they was fighting they was fighting the women. They was trying to kick their ass back in the thing and all of that.
Okay.
Elizabeth Staten, her husband left her, bro. She tried to get him to write something up, and it got to the part where she was talking about women independence, and homie looked at her like, nah, and he left. He left her. He left her. He got out of there. Nobody was really with it except for a small group of feminist women, and you know what I mean? And they kept losing. They kept trying to get the right to vote and they kept losing. So they said, you know what, we need to get stronger. We need to get the loud and obnoxious black women. So let's go. So
Mm.
we can't stand their guts, but we're gonna go use them to promote our message. And that template is used to this day. They send it down, the sisters pick it up, promote it, look dumb while promoting it, swear it's the black man trying to pull her down. We just sitting there laughing at you. We're highly entertained how you letting people run your brain. But that's how it was. They told them like, yo, y'all gonna get a right to vote. Mind you, this is in 1930,
Damn, that
40,
was a good
something like that,
perspective,
right?
good Brad.
These
Very good
women,
perspective, boy.
bro, these went, and mind you, they used our sisters because the sisters went, did what they had to do. You know what I mean? Stuck their nose in their business. You know what I mean? Mind you, they hate when white people be talking to when white people be talking to us, right? They need to mind their business. They don't remember y'all was in the people business, yo. Ain't nobody asked y'all bitches to go in there.
Hey, way
Nobody
to
asked y'all
bring,
black bitches to get in
yeah.
their business. Like, why y'all was out there? Y'all was at the
Okay,
racetrack. They was
okay.
at the racetrack. When you know sisters to go to the racetrack, yo. Shorty, yo, one of them feminist ladies jumped in front of a moving horse, lost her whole head. Do y'all research? This is why I say while y'all watching LeBron and y'all watching them loving hip hop and Eva Mendes and this one and that one and Kim Kardashian. I'm reading books and I'm really getting the history, learning what happened. So when I talk, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I ain't out here looking crazy or I ain't running with
Hmm.
some shit that I heard that sound good and fit my narrative, fit my results. Like a lot of you losing that life and y'all reaching for straws and reaching for narratives to match your loss. Like that's not good. That's not good. But yeah, yo, sisters went minding their business. And then check it, okay? Let's get real quick, then get back to the video.
Go
Not
ahead.
only did they jerk them, because they didn't even get the right to vote when the white woman got the right to vote. Sisters didn't get a right to vote till 1969, bro.
That's where I was going at with it, but you put it into a great perspective, good Brad. I swear to God, you landed that one. I like how you did that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, bro. And if you ask me, the way they worded it at any given day, if every state legislation was to say they don't have a right to vote, they wouldn't have a right to vote because of the way they worded it, bro. The way they worded it in our
Mm,
constitution. You know what I mean? Even the
mm.
foreigners, nobody but American white men and white women really have the right to vote the way they worded that thing. You know what I mean? Black men, and white women, the only people in America that really have a right to vote the way it's worded. Everybody else is gonna be considered a foreigner, bro. They, you know what I mean? Black
Yo,
women included.
I gotta pick your brain on that behind the scenes later after this live, man. That was well put. That was well put. I can't even lie to you, good Brad. Well
I
put.
feel like it's the same reason why women have to be
Your-
forced to
GB,
hold on
GB,
to a baby that they may not want, or the dad
take the what's the name off? The video ain't shown
Oh, good luck.
for sure.
might not want, but the men are just able to dodge child support with no problem and lead the women to do it by themselves.
Why is it when a father abandons his child, we call him a deadbeat
Hold on,
dad,
run this
but
dyke
when a
back.
woman aborts her
Run it.
child, we
Good
call it
break.
her
Can you please run
choice?
this dyke back?
Because people listening to society, it is her choice. Why do dads get to be out in the clubs and having a great time while the woman at home taking care of baby by herself, but women go out, they whores and they this and that and they fast, and they should be a better mom and stuff like that. Men don't get judged as hard.
Why is my body, my choice acceptable when it comes to abortion, but not when it comes to prostitution?
Good question. We got to definitely discuss that. I don't know why that's okay. I feel like if that's okay, then we should be okay. If that's okay with abortion, then we should be okay with prostitution.
Shouldn't it be just as much a man's body, his choice to buy sex, as it's a woman's body, her choice to sell sex?
Of course.
The same way it should be a woman's choice to have a baby or not, or keep it or not.
Why are women quick to accept a woman who can sell sex, but are quick to shame a man who can buy sex?
Because men they make it uncomfortable sometimes. They whistle you walking down the street. They walk up to you, chase you down at the gas station. It's uncomfortable. You can't wear what you want to wear. You get looked at a certain way. So it's very uncomfortable being a woman sometimes. It's very hard.
Would you agree that a healthy sex life is part of a person's well-being?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the term sexually frustrated?
Yes.
Why is it when it comes to healthcare, people think it should be a right, but when it comes to sex, it should be a privilege?
I'm not sure why they do. But again, that's not very fair in retrospect for either. So,
Aren't they both part of a person's well-being?
yeah, absolutely.
Why are they both so unaffordable?
I honestly don't know, but I, again, don't agree with it.
I guess just because that's how it is in America. I mean, it's not a privilege to have healthcare.
Life like that, it's they. You got to think now. They are the same. It's about choices now. It's about choices. A man choice and a woman choice, right? Your body, your choice, and it's a man body, his choice, right? That's how they are related.
In any circumstance, whether it's abortion or not, you got to pay for it.
Why should abortion be covered under healthcare any more than prostitution would?
Medical procedure, I guess.
I've never had a problem struggling to pay for to afford sex. Not that I'm out here paying for it, but I wouldn't say that it's like unaffordable for most people. If you're in a happy relationship or find someone that's attractive to you like you are to them,
Isn't it?
They do though, sis. They got a lot to do with each other. That's that one perspective thing. When you have one perspective, when you only worried about what you get out of the deal, then it's hard to see how they go together. They go hand in hand. My body, my choice. My body, my choice. Women have my body, my choice. Like men have my body, my choice. That's how they go together.
Should be pretty easy.
Isn't it far easier for a woman to get sex than it is for a man? I mean, women don't typically go to prostitutes, men do, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't know because I'm not a man.
Come on, man. Come on,
If women no
man.
longer have to go through men to acquire finances, why are men still expected to go through women to acquire sex?
Truthfully, don't know. That's a really good question, actually.
What needs are women being deprived that they're forced to be with men?
None that I'm aware of.
What needs are women being deprived that they're forced to be with men?
The finances.
Well, women have equal employment opportunities. They can acquire their own finances without relying on a man.
The laziness. They want the easy route out, and which is OnlyFans, prostitute.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yes.
For keeping it
Uh-huh.
real, for keeping it above. That's how they
Yeah.
go together. And that again is how my body, my choice for men and women go together. Prostitution and abortions is related.
Laziness. They want the easy route out, and which is OnlyFans, prostitution, so many other outlets of just exposing their body for money.
Isn't that privilege that men don't have?
No, not all the time.
There's a good amount of men
Yeah.
on OnlyFans.
Right, but I mean, it's not even close to the majority. I mean, it's a very small minority.
And then do you know what do you know the product of women we gonna have to do that for? Do you know how much the women weigh that we got to do all that for to get all the money, all that? Come on, man. It's different, man. It's totally not the same.
Right.
Absolutely 100% different, man.
You got a minority of men who are gigolos or selling sex, and they got it. The women that they deal with are fat, can't get penis, are not out here in the sexual dating market as attractive women per se. So if you look at the pool of women they have to deal with, it's literally peanuts to a giant when it comes to that. So no, man, it's incomparable. You cannot compare that. Mm-mm.
Minority compared to women, right? So
Yeah.
women by and large have the opportunity to use their body and what was given to them and take the easy way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the problem. Should women be taxed on their income and use that money to subsidize prostitution for men?
They could, but I don't think so now.
Why do we currently tax men's income to subsidize women's needs?
Because the world holds men accountable.
Bingo. They damn sure do. They damn sure do. But guys, understand, to sum it all up, stop letting these women play dumb with your cum, bro. You are not financially responsible by law for these women until they can run off with your baby. All right?
That's a fact. That's why they use that too. That's why they use the babies, and that's why they use certain situations when it comes to paternity, because they don't really hold power until they extract you of your power.
All right, so now let's go deep. Let's go deep. Let's dig in. Let's dig in. Remember, guys, we here. It's a personal growth and development channel. You're here to take in new information because half of y'all got this one track perspective. I don't know what rock you've been living under, but the way you see life is not how life is. Understand that your feelings and how you feel is not the facts. These are the facts.
I'm finna educate y'all on here today. I know that's right, Frank. Cooling. Thank you. Listen, I'm gonna say this first. I'm coming in hard and hot. And I'm saying it that way because when I start talking about these kind of topics, it ruffles
If the
y'all
shoe
feathers.
fits,
You immediately want me to
let
stop. That's
them
not gonna happen on
wear
this
it.
live today, right? So I'm gonna say this: there are a lot of fathers being kept away from their children. There are a lot of fathers being kept away from their children. There are a lot of fathers in our community being kept away from their children. There are a lot of fathers being kept away from their children.
All right, she's a sister. She's my sister. She looked just like us. She don't think like you, but she looked just like us. So she's not lying. She's not pulling straws out the sky. I just sat here for an hour, me and OKL, two black men that look just like you, saying the same thing. So we're not making stuff up. So if you live in a delusion, That's your business. It's your job to get up out that delusion, or guess what? You're gonna lose. And don't blame nobody. Don't blame. You don't get to blame nobody if you decide to stay with the information you was given. Remember that. Remember that, y'all. Because a lot of y'all, I know a lot of y'all itching, right? You thought what your mama told you was right. And no, that's what got you tripping. That's what got you losing.
There's people walking around out here that are soulless avatars simply operating on matrix programming. They're living, but they're not alive. And they're all around us. They're all over the place. People that have never woken up to who they truly actually are. They simply are operating on the code that they've been programmed and given since they were born, since they were even in the womb and at gestation. The same code, just running on programming, never exceeding the programming, never reprogramming the programming, never editing it, never hacking themselves, just running on the pure code and living a complete lie, believing that they're alive.
A lot of male parents being kept away from their children. Everybody understand that? Point blank, period. There's no buts. There's no if. There's no what about. No, your situation or circumstance is not special to what I'm saying. I said what I said, and I will say it again. There are a lot of fathers being kept away from their children. That statement by itself in its own is a fact. In our community, there are a lot of fathers being kept away from their children.
You said, nah, as a man, you who fit to keep you? You don't see the system that they got, bro? You didn't see the video we did last night where the dude got locked up, my guy? He got locked up just because he asked the girl for her half of the rent. You don't see the system. You don't see how these police is designed to serve and protect the women, all women. You don't see that? Like what this what I mean by that one side perspective, bro. This what I mean by that, yo. And we also went over last night that as a man shit. We already went over that as a man shit, bro.
I have yet to meet a nice guy that doesn't have some childhood concerns. And what I mean by childhood issues is usually they grew up in a broken home. Not necessarily broken, but they have some kind of disconnect with their father. At very least, it might have been that they had a very passive father. At the very extreme end, they had a very neglectful or abusive or alcoholic father, something along those lines, which made them over-identify with their mother. And what I mean by over-identifying with your mother is you assume your mother was correct in everything she said. And as a result, they become submissive to women in general. They tend to believe women in every way, shape or form. And they really seek female approval. They disconnect with the males in their life, particularly their father. And then they seem to think that women essentially are the only people you should care about. Their approval matters more than anything. So they tend to have some kind of fathers and a mother. It doesn't mean anybody with a broken home. It's only when their mother was excessively a victim, when the mother took no accountability. She put her needs first, maybe blocked access or maybe poisoned his mind against their father. It tends to be the making of a nice guy. What happens then is because they don't have access to their father or because they feel like if they speak to their father, their mom's going to be mad at them, they really tiptoe around female approval. They go into the real world thinking that as long as a woman approves of my behavior, that's the only thing I need in life. I need female approval. Male approval doesn't matter.
I got you. And my bad. My bad. You know, let me slow down because that's one of my flaws, right? One of my flaws being an Aquarius, and I'm not using that for anything because I be working on my flaws. But I expect when I fuck with you or when I know you fuck with me hard, I expect you to know. I expect you to keep up. And that's my fault sometimes. So let's slow it down. Let's go back to the other question that they got. Let me slow it down. Let me go back to the AB, relating the AB to the prostitution. All right. AB, that's a woman's choice, right? That she gets. She get to make that choice. Right? That's a woman's choice that she get to make. And she makes that choice off of irresponsible you know what, right? Because if it was responsible, she wouldn't even be in a position to even have to make that decision, right? You see the correlation there? The same as prostitution. That is a man's choice to do something with his body. Just like the AB is a woman's choice to do something with her body, and she got to pay for that. Same thing as prostitution. It's a man's choice to do something with his body that he has to pay for. Now, unfortunately, with prostitution, our government and our society, which is already designed and geared towards the man, is illegal. That's illegal in the majority of the United States of America. Just like the right to AB would be illegal if we overturn Roe versus Wade. You see how that worked? You see why he correlated it like that? Because it's choices, it's just choices.
And low key, I kind of want you to pull that comment back up, where it's I think it's life like that, and he says I don't
Abortions
agree
are
as
not
a man.
ABs are not. Hold on, okay. ABs are not
Go ahead,
illegal
brother.
in New York and Chicago, bro. They're not illegal, and they never was illegal in New York and Chicago. We invite y'all to come. Y'all, those of y'all that have no fishhole control, New York and
Mm-hmm.
Chicago is where you could go. For those of
Uh-huh.
you nasty ballhead roaches that love busting it wide open with no protection,
Mm-hmm.
you can come to New
Mm-hmm.
York after you're done. You can come. New York and Chicago. I know those two for sure. And I'm sure there's more. But those two blue states, yeah, you can come.
Right,
You know what I mean?
that's a good point. That's a good point, Mr. Gilbert. Not to cut you off or nothing like that, but I just find it funny that people are, sit there and say, "Oh, it's not legal everywhere." What happened with Roe v. Wade, just to kind of give context, is it just gave the states uh, authority over whether they want people to have abortions or not. So again, like Mr. Goodbread said, if you want to bust it wide open and you want to let somebody bust in you, now you got to go travel to go do it, but to go do the abortion or whatever. So it's not like you can't get your abortion, you can't get rid of the baby, you can't be your irresponsible self. You still can be irresponsible. You just got to go to another state to be irresponsible. Okay, that's what you got to do. So now you got two choices. Either A, you are going to be responsible with that fish hole, responsible with that cooch, or B, you're going to continue to be irresponsible with your coochie, and now you got certain consequences. But the thing is, those consequences are not as vast as the consequences men have. So now you just got to travel to a different state. Okay, so you got to
Yo,
look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I going to be irresponsible with this cooch and just let somebody bust in me? Or am I going to be responsible with this cooch? Now, if you're going to be irresponsible, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to work harder with your irresponsibility. You're going to have to go travel somewhere else to go ahead and get that abortion. You still have access to that, but it still speaks volumes to, to the situation at hand. Because at the end of the day, you are being irresponsible. That's what you're doing. You're allowing somebody to place a seed inside of you, and you're pointing the fingers at everybody else, the state, the man, et cetera, et cetera. And you're getting mad that you can't get your little quick abortion at your local clinic down the street, at your local little, your little center down the street. You mad that you can't go keep having sex and doing this irresponsible act. That I just wanted to point out. But also, I really want you to pull that comment back up because I got something to say about it. If you will, Mr. Goodberg, please, if you could pull that comment up. It was from Life's Like That 224, and it was he said, "Nah, I kind of don't agree." If you could pull that up, let me read it real quick for the folks. He says, "Nah, I kind of don't agree as a man," and he says, "As a man, who finna keep you away from your child though?" And I know this is anecdotal, but I'm gonna say it. My mother used to try to coach me to lie on my father so that she can keep me away from him. All right. That's what my mother used to do. And we see a lot of this. Well, we don't see it, but there's a lot of this crap going on. I'm going to go deeper. I remember a day when I seen my mom cut herself and she went around to the family and told the family that my dad did it. And I witnessed my mom grab a knife out of the counter and cut her face and tell the family that my dad did it, all in the name of trying to keep us away from him. So when you ask that question, sir, I don't know what world you living in. I don't know if you on planet Earth with us, because the people that keep children away from their fathers are these single mamas and these hell of a mothers. You might not have went through that circumstance. You might not have to deal with it. You might not see it, but it's reality. All you got to do is open your eyes. When people are telling the truth, you can't then throw rocks at the truth as if that's going to change the truth, my brother. You can't do that. So I don't
Hold
mean to
on.
put you on the spot, but it's kind of disingenuous when you say something like that.
How yes, definitely disingenuous. And another disingenuous comment, and it's and like I said, we just teaching today. We just conversating today, guys. And I need y'all to understand because a lot of people is under the wrong impression. S F F F S SFTATX. For one, right? Everything you asked, we broke it down. For two, you're under the impression that broke people are the one having ABs, and that's a lie. Do you not know broke people keep the baby because they could get income for having babies? So you see how you got to, when you come here, remove all the stuff you've been taught before you got to my thumbnail, because 9 times
Hmm.
out of 10, when I ask you, where did you get your information from? I guarantee you that source is a loser. I guarantee you that source don't got the results. Or even if they not a loser, I guarantee you they don't got the results in life that I got, using the information that I use to make choices and decisions. Because remember, how you living is a collection of the choices and decisions you make out of life. And you make choices and decisions off of stuff you believe at heart. And you got some information that's set on your conscious mind, then you pushed it back in your subconscious mind, which is your Holy Spirit. Now you go making choices and decisions and comments about stuff that you know nothing about. Ma'am, don't you know that these evil geniuses, the yellow section over here, we call them the Miss Independents, the ones with the jobs, the career girls are the ones getting the ABs because they don't want to mess their career up. You know, the ones like Kamala Harris, those ones, right? She's not broke, right? She's not a broke chick. But how many ABs do you think Kamala Harris had to where she can be her age and not have no children, huh? Huh? She's not broke. You see, you got to understand what you're talking about. This is why you got to do the research. You can't just be sucking in all that entertainment all of the time. It's the ones that be in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood, yes, the ritzy ones, the high on maintenance ones that be getting all the ABs, that be juking and dodging in them clinics with the shades on like if nobody see them. Those be the ones. So don't put that on the broke folks. No, 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 no. The broke folks keep their baby. All right. So now we know that. You know what I mean? Let's watch this. Because a lot of people still in delusion, acting like these women. What do y'all get paid for painting women to be some angelic creatures when we see, like, people that got their blinders off, we see that these are the demons. These are the ones messing up the communities. But what? How much are they paying y'all to dig in these women cat box and hide their shit for them, yo? They must be giving y'all good bread. Y'all get good bread for that? Y'all better start calling it out, cause this is what I do. This is exactly what I do, B.
Being honest. He popped on you, right? He popped on you, right? He hit you, right? I wish you would. I wish you would, shorty. I wish you would. Shorty, you know the fuck you talking to. Get the fuck. You fucking the fuck out. Beating on that little boy like it's mind your business. You bugging out. You bugging out. Get a grown ass man like that. Fuck out of here. Yeah, what? You a punk. You a punk. You a punk. Fuck out of here. Let's go, Ray one. I don't condone none of that. You think they condoning that? Let's go. Fuck out of here. You lucky. You lucky. Fuck that. Don't aim me. That is a little boy. Don't aim me. I don't care if that's his mother. Let's go. Don't aim me. Don't aim me. Don't listen. Don't bring that shit over here. I don't even give a fuck. Don't bring that shit over here. Don't bring that shit over here. Let me see that shit. Don't bring that shit over here. Fuck out of here. Let's go. Don't bring that shit over here. Whatever. How old is he? Mind your fucking business.
Now, you see how all she could say is mind your business. He checking her because she was just standing there berating and abusing her little man. But in our gynocracy, they allow these women to treat these kids like their property. I don't know who told these women that they are responsible for men and the kids, men and the little kids in the community. But this is how they treat their kids, like property. We need more men and sisters, but you see how it was a fat sister sitting on the stoop, sitting there condoning it. He checked her too. But she was sitting there condoning it. She sat there and watched that lady beat on her little man and ain't say nothing, bro. They running it just like how they did on them slave plantations back in the days, bro.
That's right.
And the ST now you want us to be quiet. Now we went from conversating to you trying to control us because you wrong, because you thought you had a friend and you didn't. Like, what happened? Who hurt you, man? Who hurt you, man? Who hurt you? You thought you was smart and you wasn't. Can I ask you a question before we go any further? Since you want to teach me something, because I'm all ears, right? How old are you? Put how old are you in the chat. You know what I mean? Put how old are you in the chat. You know what I mean? Because now you got these blanket statements when I just told you to read more. Now you trying to tell me to read when I told you to read. You know what I mean? We can tell you don't read because you the one that thought that broke people have ABs, you know what I mean? I don't care if you grown. I just need to know how old are you, because if you're older than me, I'm gonna gladly tell you you can't teach me shit. All right? You can't teach me nothing about how to be a nice person. And clearly you're not a nice person. You're a manipulative person. You sat here and pretended to be a regular roach until I triggered you, and then you started flying, man. Now all I see is purple in my chat. You done turned into a flying roach, y'all, and they do this all the time. They sit here and they crawl with us like if they regular, and then when some truth hit them, they start flying, bro. The truth get next to them, they start flying and shit. Ma'am, are you okay? I didn't misread anything, ma'am. I'm on point. I'm watching you. I'm watching you like a hawk, ma'am. I got 4 screens up in this motherfucker. Every time you put a comment in, I'm seeing you. You shifty, ma'am, and you trying to control me. You used to controlling people, ma'am, and you don't have no
Yeah,
control over here.
yeah.
You have no control over here, ma'am. You have no control over here, man. You did though. You said that it's broke people. I highlighted it before I commented on it. you said that that's broke people. Broke people be doing that. Broke people. You kept saying broke, like you know what I mean? And y'all always talking this money. Like that's one thing about it, right? Majority of black women purposely keep the fathers away from the kids when the man, a man, when you look up the definition of a man in anything, it has nothing to do with money. It has very little to do with money and nothing to do with money. Providing has nothing to do with money. It can be money, but it has nothing to do with money. So when they start this as a man stuff, the rest of that stuff that come as a man ain't in the definition of a man. Understand that. Understand that, guys. Because they be trying to play with you. They be trying to play with you, boy. All the time, yo. I agree with you, too. Bro said 50. Y'all funny, man. Yeah, I love y'all good brothers, man. Y'all keep me on my toes, man. Y'all like to see me go rant mode, yo. Y'all crazy. Let's get back to love, though, so she can explain it, yo. Y'all trying to avoid the topic at hand. Y'all trying to avoid it, and we not going to avoid it.
Just letting that settle in, simmer, whatever. That's its own statement. I don't have anything to add to that. That's just in existence by its own self. Know that may bother some of you guys, but there are a lot of fathers being kept from their children. They are not deadbeats. They did not abandon their children. They left you as the mother alone. They did not want the relationship. There was some irresponsible sex going on. They may have been a terrible boyfriend or a husband, but they did not abandon their kids. They left you on an intimate level and on a relationship level. And in turn, they are being kept from their children. That is a fact. I did not say all. There are a lot. Somebody type that.
Not all.
A lot of children.
Oh, it's true.
From
It's damn
their
true.
fathers, dads, male children. A lot. Now, let me say this. There are a lot of you guys that don't see anything wrong with that. There are a lot of you that you don't see this as an issue.
They don't. And hold on, y'all was going to let me go without playing the end of that? There's a lot. Remember, peep the lady sitting there on the side of the step there that sat there and condoned it. Watch you check her ass too, yo.
Sit here and watch the whole thing. Mind your business. Don't talk that shit. I tell you, you wrong. You wrong. You fucking go on beating on her. Mind your business, like I said. Get your ass up in that school right now. I wish you would. Right now. I wish you would pull that swing out here and whip her ass right now. Whatever, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Let's go now. Right now. Get this bag. Let's go. I got your ass. Go. Right the fuck now. Right the fuck now. Fucking bitch right here. Fuck out of here. Because you don't even know me. So what? You don't even know me. You don't even say shit outside. Look outside. Look outside. Look outside. You fucking choking that nigga in all that. What the fuck is that? You let that nigga do that? You dead fucking wrong. You dead wrong, Cheryl. I don't never scream at you. You dead fucking wrong. You dead wrong. Take your fucking hands off your bluff. Do that shit in the fucking house. Do that shit in the house. You fucking abusive bitch. Fuck out of here. Yo, don't believe that shit. I don't never say that shit. You sat here and watch her beat on that boy. Beat on him. Beat on him. Hands and feet. She choked that nigga out after he was sitting down. Fuck out of here. She don't fucking deep. And you ain't say nothing. I lost all respect for you, Cheryl. All. Fuck out of here. Yeah, alright. I wish I was that little nigga stronger.
Man, yo, he said I lost all respect for you, Cheryl, and he right. And she
Right.
sat there, yo. They all sit there and condone it. But guys,
Mm-hmm.
ladies, SF, and y'all know we don't play that block stuff. We here for the smoke, like because we gonna have a good conversation. We gonna keep it respectful. We don't
Exactly.
gotta agree on everything. Y'all know that. But
Mm-hmm.
listen, y'all know what time it is. Let's stop playing dumb. And remember, Mr. Goodbread, y'all, is your big brother. He ain't your friends in the street. So please stop playing dumb with me. Let's talk about the problem, right? We're gonna get back to that one, that birth control joint, because that's your job. That's your responsibility. But the root of the matter is y'all is incentivized to keep the baby. Y'all incentivized to keep the baby. If they stop incentivizing y'all to keep the baby, voila, magically everything will fix itself. Until they stop incentivizing y'all, until they stop treating y'all like widowed women, as if your baby father went away to war and didn't come back. Once they stop giving y'all that loophole in the laws, then y'all will be more responsible with your fish hole. If you knew you could not take a man to child support because you decided to get hot one night, you knew you had to be married to that man before you could collect any type of child support. You know how this whole we wouldn't even be here right now. We'll be talking about something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking about something totally different. And then I might be able to do some live streams about some dead beats. You know what I mean? Then I'll be able to talk about some deadbeats because y'all be squared away. I know y'all would be protecting y'all fish hole. Hell yeah. Y'all don't get paid. Uh-huh. That's the root of the
It's,
matter.
and shout out to Lifelike for being open minded, man. Appreciate that comment. Shout out to Lifelike. You know, because Good Bread says it all the time. We here to conversate, learn, talk. We could learn from y'all too. And shout out to him for saying that. You know what I mean? This is an open minded panel where we're brutally honest over here, and it's going to offend you. It's going to hit you in the heart. But at the end of the day, these conversations need to be had because it hasn't been had in the past couple decades. So that's all we're doing as young black males. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shout out
it's
to him.
unorthodox. It's unorthodox, but trust me, y'all, when I tell it's hard. Don't sleep. It's very hard to get up here and just go. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate all of y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just make sure y'all hit that like button. And if you got it in your heart, I know I'm late. You know, I don't do streams on the weekend. I know normally y'all get your funds on the weekend and shit. So all of the channels they do all these streams to draw y'all money. I'll just be waiting. So if you find it in you to donate, if you still got some change, don't be scared, bro. Don't be scared. Support the channel. Support the real for once in your life. Y'all spend a lot of dumb
Hmm.
money on dumb shit, yo. Why do the moms get to keep the kid when they need assistance to take care of the kid? That was the question of the night, and nobody have answered that yet. Nobody have answered that yet. I still did not get my question answered, and I always asked. I said, mothers create more damaged men than absence of the fathers, and ironically, both outcomes are in her control. Okay, El, you want to add anything to that? Cause that's been that I've been asking for an answer for that one right there for about 4 years straight now.
100%, 100%. It speaks for itself, man. It speaks for itself. Um, I mean, I have the answer to that. And again, it goes back to that responsibility and irresponsibility that we're talking about. They create that because that not only are they irresponsible, but they don't want to take responsibility for their actions and the things the outcomes that happen based off of their actions. You understand what I'm saying? So we can say men all day. We can talk about the man all day. Oh, he controls the seed. Oh, he's the one that, you know, put the PP in the fish hole. But at the end of the day, God did give a woman a responsibility, something that they don't want to hold. And you are responsible for not only bringing life into this world, but you're also responsible for making sure that the life you bring into this world is is conducive to this world. And when you don't do that, then you see degeneracy, you see discrepancy, you see negative outcomes outside of that. Okay.
Facts, 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 bro.
There are a lot of you that you don't realize this is a generational curse. There are a lot of you that don't understand the history of where we come from. There are a lot of you that don't understand how systemic racism, especially for our community, mixed with the governmental welfare programs, especially in the late 1960s, early 1970s, affected this particular behavior. There are a lot of you that are not awake on this particular topic. There are a lot of you that thinks that this only affects a small part of our community, and that makes a lot of you wrong, because there are a lot of fathers being kept from their children. Everybody understand that? Don't gotta like it. Not gonna make me change subjects. I'm gonna see this all the way through, as I do every year on this day.
Yep.
So now let's talk about something that a lot of you are not educated on, right? So a lot of you don't know about parental alienation. A lot of you don't know what a parental alienator is. A lot of you don't understand what it does to the child, especially in our community, Black boys and Black girls, when they grow up without a father, even if you don't like the father, right? So I'm going to educate y'all on parental alienation, right? And there's some basic parts of this that I'm going to keep it very simple. And when you understand these basic parts, you, will be able to spot, identify. You could tell if it's your sister, your mama, your auntie, your cousin, whoever that's practicing parental alienation.
But they ain't gonna call them out. They ain't gonna call them out.
Nope.
They know better than to call them out. They got that's number one rule in the sisterhood. Mind your business. Don't tell me about my kids, even if I'm beating them down. This is horrible, bro. It's horrible. But we want to play dumb. I hate my mother. You hate your mother, okay? Oh, we don't. We hate women, and then they wanna juke and judge the truth with all of that nonsense, yo. Yeah, love.
And it's very bad for our children, right? A lot. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So one of the first parts of parental alienation is blaming, right? Blaming. It's very simple. And I'm going to read it to y'all directly from what the government and the system understands now parental alienating behavior to be, right? So this is not, oh, Love Dorsey came up with this. This is the actual definition and moving parts of parental alienating, right? So
Your fathers, please take notes, because if you're being parental alienated, if you're being controlled and walking on eggshells, and you know how that look, if you're not being the dad that you want to be, because can't nobody tell you how to be the dad you want to be. She don't know how to be the mother. She's learning on the freestyle. She's freestyling her way through. And you get to freestyle
Right.
your way through too, bro. You do too. Yes, she don't know nothing more than you do, sir. She ain't know how to protect that fish hole, so magically she is not gonna know how to be a mother now. Like, come on, bro. 1 + 1 = 2. So you learn just like she learned, and the only way you're gonna learn is if you get your child. But again, don't go get locked up, because they got plans and schemes. At the end of the day, you look her dead in the eye. Do you want a father for your child? And whatever she say, she already got fixed in her mind anyway. You just deal with that, bro. Understand that. And you know next time, read them instructions before you go sticking PP in raw fish hole, bro. Because that's a lot of our problem. We jumped out here and we played his game being the most highest game, building family. Because when you stick PP in fish hole, that's what you're doing it for. That's what SCX is for. It's for family. That's his game. So if you don't read the instructions on how to play
Yep.
his game, and you just go out there just shucking and jiving, sir, you're gonna have hell to pay. And a lot of us have paid that hell. And now, personally, walking through the fire, I want to let all of you guys know. Read them instructions first, bro. Know you. Learn you. You know what I mean? Before you go building something with one of these demons, guys.
Easy.
It consists of overall blaming, spying, visitation, interference, and a couple other things, right? So I'm gonna start with blaming, right? The blaming part, right? The blaming part of parental alienation is blaming the other parent for breaking up the family. Blaming the other parent for breaking up the family. Blaming the other parent for breaking up the family.
Exactly, and guys, don't be surprised. A lot of dudes is deadbeats because they won't return to a cheater. They walked in on her, busting it wide open for a whole nother person. Cause you know what I mean? And she wants you to continue to play let's pretend with her so she could still look good. Cause you know they do everything to save face. And now because you don't want to walk around the neighborhood with a thought, you rather just co-parent. She gonna make it hard for you, bruh. A lot of dudes don't see their kids because of that right there. Cause she couldn't keep it in her pants. They love to blame it on man, but there's a
Now he the
percentage.
deadbeat.
Yeah, there's a percentage of women that went out like that. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to the other percentages because it's a pie chart. Don't ever believe it's one reason. It ain't never no one reason. That one reason might be 17% of the pie chart, but just it's other slices in that chart. There's a lot of other slices, and we just going over some slices tonight.
The reason why this is an issue is because if you are in a mode of co-parenting, right? To be in a mode of co-parenting, you have to have an understanding, an agreement, but an understanding that the relationship and the family that you once was, or once were, is over. So there's no reason to bring up that you broke up the family if we're co-parenting because
But that's sad. If your message is for women, you didn't give women no game. All you did was blame the man all night. All you did was try to fake hold the man accountable. What? Let's skim through this. Let's skim through this joint and let's see
Wow.
where did she give the woman? Where is the woman? Because if giving women game is you sitting there showing off what you did, that's some hell of a shit right there. I'm trying to
No,
see
no.
where did she teach the women? All
This
right.
this what happened when this is what happens when masculinity shows itself in full force.
Yeah.
You offend women like and I've been looking through the comments, good bro. I could have stopped you 10 times, and I say, you know what? Let me just kind of
Let's talk
analyze
birth
this.
control. Let's talk birth control. All right, let's talk birth control. I don't want you to leave because this is a good topic for the sisters, right? So, sisters, you know that in our basic instructions, Yah is responsible for the birth control, for child labor. You know what I mean? That's why y'all experience the labor pains and all of that. That's between you and God. Remember earlier in the beginning of the live, I told y'all well, as a man, you know what I mean? You're not gonna trick me. As a man, I know what my job is. As a man, I'm supposed to be down here working till my hands bleed until sweat fill my eyebrow. As long as I do that, God gonna bless me, because that's what he told me to do, for allowing you to eat the apple and then for me eating the apple with you. Right now, you don't have the same task as me. So the fact that you're down here trying to be strong and independent and get this money, dollar bill, y'all, you already fucking up. But that's a whole nother live. That's why I don't play religious games with women that's down here working for the devil and don't want to do God tasks. You know what I mean? But in any
It,
event, your God task your God task was to feet stay at home and you to raise a family, you to have a baby and bring that baby up. You know what I mean? Simple. Birth control. Control the birth. Y'all messed that
and
up.
good bread, good bread. I'm a you know my favorite verse. I'm gonna bring it out. First Timothy chapter 2:12. I suffer a woman not to teach, but to learn in silence. Also, uh, not to usurp authority over a man. And that's not to say that women are, you just shut up and listen. It's not to say that, but I look at it like, based off these comments, I look at it like this is an unruly woman who just cannot stand men doing what they need to do, which is instructing, which is teaching, which is which is to show uh show the world what's going on type stuff. And for her to rage quit in the chat like that, it just lets me know that this is an unruly woman. And I don't even know what else to say about that, because
Yeah,
you had a lot to
definitely.
say. This is an open platform for you. You can talk. And I don't know if it's the fact that you weren't acknowledged enough, or we not simps over here.
No. I told you what it was. I told her what it was 15 minutes ago when I first checked her. These women, these bald head roaches, they run around here and they think they're responsible for the men and the babies. Yo, they think they supposed to control us, like, so they got a control issue. HPD
Mhm,
is the need for attention, and they suffer from the need to be right without actually having information that will make them right when they open their fucking
mhm.
mouth. They don't have no information, but they want to be right. That's crazy. That's delusional. And I saw it from the jump, bro. And that's how they is, yo. They attract to
Yep.
masculinity, and then they want to come and weaken the masculinity. They want to control it and manipulate it,
Exactly.
and we just not having it over here. So then she
Mm.
thought she had me, right? She thought she had me. So she tried to woo me to sleep, but you know me. We strong. We stay on our pivot, so she ain't woo me to sleep, and she just got frustrated and left. Good.
Exactly. Couldn't take it. You can if you can't take the heat, don't get in the oven.
If you can't stand the heat, get the hell up out the kitchen, cause we on the mission. We on the mission. Let's go.
It's understood that once co-parenting starts, we are no longer whatever family we used to be, right? So blaming the other parent for breaking up the family. We all know if I get into relationship talk, there's always two parties at fault when relationships go wrong or families are broken up.
That's a fact. And I tell y'all, you 60% of the reason why you don't go looking at the other person. You, boy or
Hmm.
girl, man or woman, you are 60% of the reason why that relationship ain't work. All right. And everybody and their mother know the righteous fear. We got information for women and men. So I don't know what this channel for men. Like, don't try to sully our channel. Our channel for the truth, bitch. And you ain't got no truth in you talking about, oh, this is for the men. My sisters with sense get more game on this channel than any one of your bald head roach women channel that you're gonna run to. Cause all of them women over there talking about what modern woman is doing to men. Don't nobody but me on these spaces talk about personal growth and development. That's why you take it so personal. And it's okay. You're supposed to take it personal. Right?
You want
Regardless of what
sipping it,
you
bro.
believe, if I break it down, even for your scenario, it's the same. Right? The other part of blaming is blaming the other parent for whatever problem or problems may beset the alienating parent. So what that means is, as you have problems in your life, not just problems with the whole, oh, you broke up our family, but problems with finances, problems with getting into a new relationship, problems with managing yourself with your money and your lifestyle and structure, problems with doing, your role as the female parent, you blame the other parent. Blaming, right? So there's a lot of things that are outside of the father's control or his authority that has to do with your world as the mother, but you blame him for it. Blaming. This is the first part of parental alienation. Blaming, right? Next part is spying, right? And a lot of y'all, you disguise spying as I'm concerned with my child, right? But the child doesn't belong to you, right? It is your child and his child, right? So a lot of you use spying as a way to, let me rephrase that. A lot of you use I'm trying to check on my child or make sure my child is safe as a way to spy. So let me give you the understanding of what
And that's crazy because when you give when your kid is with their father, that is the best time for you to go be about you, man, and go focus on you. That's the best time to go pour into you and go get some new information so you bring it back to the hub. You know what I mean? You bring it back to the hub so you could be about your kid. You could really be about your kid. Y'all be talking this, I'm about my kid stuff, but you unhealthy mentally. How can you be unhealthy mentally, but then talk about you about your kid? Like, that is your prized possession, and you ain't right. If you ain't right, can't nothing you touch be right, man. Go see about yourself. Get that kid to their father and go see about yourself, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that if you give the kid to the father for half the year, right? Because it take 2 to make a baby, right? So that's half, right? So if you give the kid to their father for 6 months, you know you know how much money you can make in 6 months? No matter how you make your money, man, because I really can only imagine how you make your money. But do you know how much time you get to make that in 6 months? You will never look at a child support check the same again, dummy. But y'all rather be lazy and take the easy way out and keep the kid attached to your hip, and that's dumb, sweetheart. That's dumb. Stop listening to them old women, bro. Them old dumb ones like that one that was in my chat. Stop listening to them, yo. They failed and they want y'all to fail, bro. They want y'all to fail. Sisters with sense. I love y'all. Y'all know your brother love y'all, bro. I would not do this if I didn't. Like, duh. But don't listen to them old ones, them old dummies, bro.
What spying is. It says using the children to spy or gather dirt on the targeted parent. Using the children to spy or gather dirt on the targeted parent. So when you sit on FaceTime with your child while your child is with a father, or you sit on FaceTime with your child while your child is at their grandparents' house on the father's side, when you sit on the phone and you listen in the background and try to, spy and eavesdrop on what is going on, as if this is your job and you're doing some sort of protection behavior over the kid, but really you're trying to gather dirt on the other parent. And the reason why we know it's gathering dirt is because guess what? Everything you hear or see, you will always bring it up in a form or fashion of arguing or to make a point that you're pointing out, or you're showing that the other parent, the father, is wrong about something. It's called spying. 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 You pretend as though it is, oh, I'm looking out for my child, but y'all don't even do this when y'all child be at school or on functions, out at recreational activities with summer camp and things like that. You drop them off, you go do what you're going to do, or go to work, and you pick them up at the time you're supposed to pick them up, but you don't think twice. And unless the people at the camp or the school call you about an incident that occurred with your child, you don't do none of this shit. But the minute the child go with their father, now all of a sudden you got to hold the phone. You ain't got no life. You listening to the background. You wondering who these other people is that he date or what he got going on. But you don't even do that with the school system. Half the teachers and educators that communicate with me, especially online, talk about how they reach out to the parent via email, text message, or phone call, and they don't get a call back until y'all go on break. But the kids fuck around.
Your cheat code. I'm trying to let you rock. I'm trying to let you breathe a little bit, but bro, you saying all the wrong stuff, bro. Just because the comment section say comment, that don't mean you gotta go empty the clip. You know that, bro? You know that, bro? You showing weakness. You showing weakness. You know that, bro? And I love you like a brother, cause you are my brother, but you showing mad weakness, bro. You don't gotta tell nobody your strategy, man. You ain't gotta tell nobody your strategy. It sound good, but now that you put it all out there on the internet, and knowing I got 100,000 subscribers, bro, you ain't gonna use too many black women. So it sound good. You're not gonna use too many American women for financial resources. It sound good, and then you want a sugar mama. You want a sugar mama, boy? That the woman you want reflect your level of self improvement, my guy. Your personal growth. So you want a low-hanging fruit? Or what's your definition of a sugar mama, my guy? Put your definition, because your definition of a sugar mama could be different from my definition of a sugar mama. But when I hear the word sugar mama or sugar daddy, something old pop up to me, like some real old and prune. Prune. That's what I get. I get a picture of a prune.
Around and go with their daddy, and I bet you at break all the time while you at work. You got the fucking AirPod on with your child while you in class or while you on your job. You ain't even on break. You on the clock working, but on the fucking AirPod listening in to what's going on and everything you hear, everything you see, anything that you could possibly find out to go back to blaming the father for doing something wrong. You do that. You're a parental alienator. It's a part of it. It's in the definition. Dorsey didn't make this up. You could actually Google it. Moving on to the next thing. So we got blaming, we got spying, right? The other part of spying is questioning your child about the details of the other parent's personal life. Who is that girl over there? She nice to y'all? Where y'all slept at? Y'all brushed y'all teeth? He gave y'all a bath? What kind of clothes you put on? Did he put you on them socks?
Exactly. And that right there be having the kids not even want to go to their dad's house. Not that they dad's house not fun or anything, just that they don't want to have to come back and have to go through that and run the risk of having to lie to this woman. She a whole lie anyway. You ever stole something from a thief? That's like lying to a liar. It's not gonna end well for you. So this is why the kids just be like, at times they don't even want to go to their father crib. Like, nah. This why it's dads. Y'all you ever call your kid and they just sound weird, bro. They just sound like they under pressure. Like that's trauma right there. That's trauma building in their head, bro. It's sad and it's unfortunate. But to the person that put in the chat, they never saw, like, bro, come on, man. Y'all kidding me, bro. That, like, the least you could do, dads, is try to call your kid, but that get funny at times, because then if you ain't paying their phone bill, even though you pay the child support check, but if you ain't paying their phone bill, then you can't call. They got all sorts of ways to alienate these fathers, bro. You know what I mean?
I put in that bag? Oh, where y'all had went? Spying. All of this y'all disguise it as being concerned, but you ain't even this concerned about the child when the child in your fucking care. It's called spying. Spying. Questioning a child about the details of the other parents, what he said about me, and what your grandma said. She had something to say about what I had you on, what they said when I dropped you off. They asked about me. What he did, what they did when you was crying. Crying for what? What they said to you. They whooped you? Your grandma popped you? What you did? What happened to the other kids? She pushed you. Oh, spying. Spying. Spying, bitch. Spying. It's under the parental alienation part. Y'all hoes try to fake it and you don't read. First of all, you don't read, because if you read, you wouldn't do this, because it makes you a textbook definition of a parental alienator. It says questioning the child about the details of the other parent's life. Hold your spine. You're not parenting. The next one is eavesdropping on phone conversations between the child and the targeted parent. I have witnessed myself, you hoes sit in the background and tell the child, no, don't tell him that. Daddy asked me, what a toy I bought you? Or what that such and such? My little brother, shh, don't tell him that. No privacy to be able to speak and bond with their other parent. Y'all got y'all hands in every bit of the child's relationship with the father. And then when the relationship ain't good, you try to act like you ain't got nothing to do with it. Or if my son don't want to go over there, it must be something wrong with you. No, actually, you're a parental alienator, and you influence the fuck out of that child to carry on with the fuck shit that you carry on with. If you read, you'd understand that outside of this life, bitch, you dead ass wrong, and you can look the definition of what you are, a parental alienator. So eavesdropping on phone conversations between a child.
Okay, can you want to address this one right here, man? I don't know what's wrong with the guys tonight. We talking about women that parental alienate men. So if any guy got a problem with that, clearly, yo. Sisters with sense. Peep the chat sometimes, yo. You got to be peeping the chat.
I'm watching the chat. I'm trying. Believe me when I say I'm watching the chat. Um, the cheat code demon says the only reason why y'all know anything is because y'all, in parentheses, including her, are watching a YouTube channel that has a live feed connected to my phone. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna give it that much power because that's feminine energy. What he's doing right now, it's feminine energy. What he's trying to do is he's trying to get a reaction out of us. And I ain't gonna break it down, good Brad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna break it down because what we're here to do is we're here to expose and show truth. And wasting time on that is irrelevant right now. I'm not even gonna break that down. You know what I'm saying? Let him get. He wants a reaction. He ain't gonna get it out of me. He
Yo,
not gonna get it out of me.
but it's you gonna get this work, boy. You gonna get this work. You gonna get
Hey,
this
look,
work, boy.
just because I
Listen,
didn't shoot,
you
my
see,
boy got
yo,
the.
you see, this is what I be talking about, guys, about knowing your true identity, all right? When I tell you, you got to know you. You got to learn who you be. You got to learn who you is so that you could be that every day. So that you don't wake up and just be picking and choosing characters that you going to play out. Because in real life, right, you run into people that know you better than you know yourself, right? And they'll call you on that like me. I'll call you on that. So you wanted to be a pimp today, sir. You woke up, cheat code, and you want to be a pimp today, bro. I know real pimps, bro. And you are an embarrassment to those guys, bro. You're an embarrassment to those guys because real pimps
I,
don't go running around talking about I'm trying to sound like a pimp. You don't
yeah,
sound
I
like a
want a
pimp,
sugar
bro.
mama. My money is my money. Like, come on, man. We see your comments, sir. You want attention, and you're not gonna get it how you think it's gonna come. It ain't gonna happen like that.
That's
See,
that
I ain't.
HPD, yo. That's that. This that HPD in men, guys. It's that. It's that HPD.
And I ain't gonna lie. P and R connected LLC. He on it. He already on his ass. So I
You
don't.
had
We
me
ain't.
crying, though.
We ain't. We ain't gotta say nothing, man.
And the targeted parent.
You ain't,
Then there
yeah.
is interfering with visitation. Let's talk about it, right? So interfering with visitation. Point one, it says giving a child a choice as to whether to visit the targeted parent, often in violation of a court order. It says giving the child a choice, right? So when y'all be asking them kids, you want to go over there? It's so much shit that under the watch of you as a mother, the child does not get a say so. And you know what y'all say? It's because you a child. Stay in the child's place. There are a lot of things that them children tell y'all that they don't want to do. You don't give a fuck. You know why you don't give a fuck? Because you know that when it comes down to you wanting the child to do something or go somewhere, you're the adult and you are, going to exert your adult authority over them to do what you tell them to do. But when it
Yep.
comes down to them going with their father or doing something that their father wants them to do, or going where
Facts.
their father wants them to go, or their father picking them up and taking them somewhere when they don't want to go, it turns into a let's ask the child. Let's see if he wants to do that.
Yup.
Let's see if
Facts. And guys, this is why I'm telling y'all, just stop shopping in these stores, bro. Because they're going to play dumb. The cat is out the bag right now, yo. The cat is out the bag. We on to them. If you on to me, then you on to them. So the cat out the bag, they on to me too. Trust and believe. They be watching. They know what we know now. Stop shopping in they stores, bro. Stop shopping in them stores, bro.
hmm
They act like they act like they canned goods last forever, ever. So let it last. Let's see. Let's play that game, bro. Work on you. Work on you. Let everything spoil you in that store, bro. They gonna have to close shop. They gonna have to close
Easy.
shit up. Know what I mean?
Easy.
Cause they talking crazy. They out here talking crazy. You gotta pick better. Like which one? And every one of them say you gotta pick better. So that is an admittance that all women is trash. Then, because if everyone, you gotta pick better. You gotta pick better. That's what we gonna run with now. That's what we gonna. You gotta be careful who you pick. It's more women on this earth than it is men, and that's what y'all gonna run with. That's all y'all gonna. Y'all just gonna tell on
Right.
yourself.
And they gotta miss me with that pick better crap because even when they pick better, they treat the better men or the better, fathers. They treat them exactly the same way that they treat that these derogatory men that they deal with. Now, not somebody's gonna argue and say, "Oh no, they like to pick the Pookies and the Ray Rays and they treat the Ray Rays better and all that, right?" But they still put Ray Ray on child support the same way that they put good men on child support. They still alienate the children away from the good fathers the same way that they alienate the children from the quote unquote bad fathers. How do I know this? It's because we hear these stories all the time, uh, where women say, "Oh, this situation just I wasn't happy," or this or that. Whatever the case may be. Like these are the same behaviors. Like they make the same excuses, and they use these children as their excuse. They use these children as their safe haven to do the derogatory things that they do. It's not just picking better for them. They just need to pick better choices, and they need to start being more responsible.
Absolutely agree.
She wants to do that. But there's so much stuff that if a bitch followed y'all around with a hidden camera, they would see that you make the child do all kind of shit they don't want to do. And you know why? Because you're the parent. And what you says goes.
There you
But you
go.
see yourself as an actual parent. You don't see the father
Mhm.
as an actual parent. That's why when it comes down to what he wants, it isn't he's another parent and what he says goes. It's all about you. It's very self-absorbed and narcissistic. But you always get on the internet, listen to these podcasts, and you believe narcissists only come in the male form, and that's a lie. That's why there's the book Adult Daughters of Narcissistic Mothers, because a lot of people coming from single mother-headed households, and we know the systemic reasons why, are narcissistic mothers. I'll get into that on a later
Mhm.
live as to where that behavior comes from and why it's so widespread.
Talk your
Let
shit,
me get
love.
back to the parental alienating because you won't get me to
Oh,
stop.
it's true. It's
So,
damn
interfering
true.
with visitation, giving a child a choice as to whether to visit with the targeted parents, often in violation of a court order. The next one is being inflexible to reasonable changes in the visitation schedule. Being inflexible to reasonable changes to the visitation schedule. So, when these dads have things come up in their life and they would like to alter the schedule, you bitches operate like the schedule is set in stone and there is no alterations based on your plans and what you have to do, as if you're the only one in the co-parenting scenario that actually
Hmm.
matters. You also project this energy out onto the
And guys, this is for the people that was like, how do they do it? How can a woman keep you away from your kid? That's your kid, and you gotta fight. You gotta fight. Why do men gotta it take two to make a baby? Why does the other half have to do all that for something it take two to make? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like we having real conversations, guys. Like, let me know when I'm wrong. Correct me when I'm wrong. If you got an answer for me, put it in the chat. Like, why this other half got to do all this extra fighting and ducking and dodging and defending this stuff that she's talking about? This is stuff that's
And
happening more frequent
right,
than you think.
right, good bread. And I kind of want to give like an analogy. Like think about a woman being R-worded, right? Right. And this is kind of like coinciding with what men are going through. Imagine you tell a woman, "Oh, don't worry about the dude that's doing that to you. You should have been strong enough not to be R-worded. You should have been strong. What did you do to avoid that?" You know how many you know how offensive that would sound as a woman who's being R-worded, for her to be told, "Why weren't you strong enough to not be R-worded?" If y'all get where I'm coming from,
Right.
and what I'm saying is mostly for the ladies because I need them to understand the context that I'm coming from when y'all say the bull crap that y'all say. I would argue that it's better for a woman, or as a matter of fact, I'm gonna say it like this: it's worse for a woman to alienate a child from a pookie or a bad father than for her to make the wrong decision that she made. So and To boil it down, if you chose this guy, and let's say he's the type of guy that doesn't want to deal with you, he's a pookie, ray ray, whatever you want to call it, it is better for you to have that child in his life than for you to make it more important that you don't like him. So you alienate that child from that man. I'm going to say it one more time in case y'all didn't hear me in the back. It is better for you to allow that child in that man's life than for you to put your feelings over that child's well being.
That's a fact, though. Okay, I don't know for the life of me why they don't see it. Yo, they run around here and everything pertaining to this child is money. Money, 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 money. Child support, child support, child support money, child support money, child support money. And if it was money, if money was the end all be alls to raising a balanced child, all the celebrity kids would be great, right? And look at these weirdos, boy. Look at these weirdos, and they got all the
Mm,
money, right? Look at Jada. Let's take Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Look at them kids, right?
mm.
Them kids is suffering, boy. Look at them. Let's go to Dwayne Wade household, like suffering.
Ah,
If money was the end all be all, because they rich, right? They got, man, shit. Child
ooh, that's
support
a
the
good
last
point.
thing they
Good,
thinking
Brad.
about, right? Child support the last thing. Why do we, us broke folks, make everything about money, bro? Why do we make
Mm,
everything about money when it's not about money? If we rip a dollar bill, it's over. It's over for that dollar bill. You know what I mean? If I rip it into pieces, because I know some of y'all gonna get the tape and get if I rip it into pieces, that dollar bill is dead. So money, that lets you know, from the words of the Most High, the end all be alls ain't money, y'all. It can't be. If we could just rip it up that easy, shred it, and it is worth nothing. It can't be
mm-hmm.
money then, y'all. So why y'all be tripping, ladies? Y'all be tripping, sisters.
They done
I
bit
mean,
that apple.
man, if I didn't care, I wouldn't do these shows, yo. And then y'all be lost, lost, lost. Feeling good, but lost.
The child to where they believe that if my mama say he didn't show up like he was supposed to at the times that he was, that he's some sort of villain or demon. See, the thing about parental alienating is that it involves influencing the child to have your perspective or your viewpoint or your angle on the situation all the time. So what happens is, as time goes on, these children that y'all are raising with this parental alienating behavior, they develop a mom's perspective only, and they have no understanding for the father's side. The reason why this is a problem is because when they grow up and have their own children, right? They have a warped reality of how things work. Low confidence as young boys in their abilities to be fathers, and the young girls repeat the same behavior on their baby daddies. And in turn, it creates a culture like we have now
Mm.
where there is no value in teamwork, relationships, family units actually working together to raise a good product. There is no balance. You are correct. The next one is when we're talking about interfering with visitation. Scheduling activities that conflict with the visitation. Excuse me. Scheduling activities that conflict with the visitation. Scheduling activities.
And that's a fact, yo. I don't care who getting married. I don't care if your sister getting married. I don't care if your grandmother getting married. If your mother getting married, what makes that her grandmother? I don't care. When it's my time to get my child, it's my time to get my child, bro. Sis,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am. Know what I mean? Don't get me wrong now. Like if it's once in the blue, then all right. But once you start trying to get any advantage and any edge up, it's a problem. It's a problem. And guys, what I really want to tell y'all, right? A lot of y'all, right? Just go pay the child support, man. For some of y'all, go pay the child support. Hashtag put papers on the female, bro. I'm glad my guy 5000 is here. I'm gonna drop the link and I'm gonna have him explain that to y'all. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have him explain that to y'all in his words, because he coined that phrase. But when he explained it to you, how he explained it to you, I'm sure y'all ain't been looking at it the way he put it. But when he explained it to you the way he put it to you, you gonna be like, all right, that makes so much sense, bro. Pay your child support because you get your visitation rights. And 9 times out of 10, if you not paying child support and you trying to co-parent with her, you definitely paying more than what the child support is gonna make you pay. And you
Exactly.
it's like stress off your nerve, bro. Right now you paying more and being stressed the hell out. Bro, if you go to child, if you get sent to child support, because in New York you can't take yourself to child support. You're gonna have to withhold giving her what you give her and just have her go down there and take you, bro.
For real, you can't in
Or
New York. You can't take yourself over there in New York.
no, you can't do that, bro.
What damn? What
These
damn?
niggas, they nasty work, yo.
What
They're
damn?
nasty work. They got to have it. They got to make sure the family fitting to break up. You know what I mean? They gotta
Damn.
see it for themselves. They gotta see the dismantling of the family themselves. Cause God forbid dudes went over there like, yeah, I'm gonna put myself on child support and them pay this, pay that, and you know what I mean, work together with the female and they ain't catch wind of it. Shit. But nah, they got to see the dismantlement of the family. Live in front of them. And sure they be thirsty to take them too. They be thirsty to just
So
put their business
so
all
so
in there and just put their kids' business all in there. And they be the ones putting the kids in the system. They
so
put
let
the
me get
kids in
this
the
straight.
system.
In New York, you gotta wait till the female puts you on child support. That's when
Yeah,
but you
that's
can't go and put your God
nah.
damn.
And what they really hoping for is they hoping for the arrears to add up because they get more percentage on the arrears. So they hoping that you had a baby in 2009. They hoping that she don't take your ass until 2012 and then tell them you ain't never do nothing for the kid so that they could
Mm.
backtrack you for 2000. Then they could get their eat on. And that's how they have a lot of dudes by the nuts. Cause child support not bad if they start right then and when they hit the gravel and they said, all right, you got to pay this. If they started with that right then and there, ain't no dude, bro, no dude gonna be sitting here crying like dudes gonna get on about their business. It be that arrear stuff that be catching dudes up because
Mm.
9 times out of 10, dude did something with her. She ain't let him live with her without doing anything. So dude was not paying rent, paying this, paying all that, trying to play daddy and all that. And then, you know what I mean? When she ready to do it by herself and do the strong and independent thing, she just kicks under the curve. Let me control the funds because I could do it better than you, even though 9 times out of 10 they mismanagement because they cost of living, their lifestyle is way too much. They got the down. They not conservative enough to ever get out of poverty. You know what I mean? All they could
They
do
not
is
gonna
just
debate
like,
you on this though, good bro. They not
huh?
gonna debate you on this. I said they not gonna debate you on this. They not gonna have a problem with what you're saying right now. But they always try to nitpick on little bull crap. But these are the things that and that's something new to me. So I'm trying to figure out why nobody wants to talk about these types of things right here.
Yeah. Nobody want to talk about these. I'm still trying to figure out why they get to claim taxes when it's in people check, it's in men check. If you pay child support, it's documented that through the yearly, the fiscal year, how they say the fiscal year, you took care of this child. How is it that you do not get to claim this child first? Like, if somebody claim it, you should be able to, they should go to jail, you know what I mean? Like, before you. How? I'm still trying to figure that out. We got my guy Face Facts in the class tonight. Open school night. What's going
Okay,
on, Face?
okay.
Yo, what's going on, bro? How's the audio?
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we
Yeah,
got my guy 5,000 in the building tonight. What's going on? We got a class full for
All right.
open school night, man. Yes, man.
What's up, fellas?
What's good? So let me go back
what's
to Face
goody?
Facts. Face Facts, man. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I got some new info for you on this child support game, right? There's two ways, right, that you can handle this. Number one, the best way to handle it, which we're not told, is to never get on, right? How
Mm-hmm.
they get you on there is when they get you to sign that acknowledgement of paternity. See, they mislead you and they fraud you because they tell you you're signing a birth certificate, but you're not signing a birth certificate. Uh, Acknowledgement of paternity is not a birth certificate, but that's how they get unmarried fathers because they don't know no better. So what you can do is you can file paperwork to be like identified as the father without signing that acknowledgement of paternity, because that's basically what you're doing with acknowledgement of paternity is you sign the child support contract. You basically saying I give this woman authority to put me on child support.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
I wish I knew that shit.
That's
I
new
wish I knew
information
that
right
shit.
there.
But now we know, so that we got the information for the next generation, boy.
So how do you fight it if you don't sign it?
Well, you can file separate paperwork because you want to put yourself on a birth certificate. So it's two separate documents. You can put yourself on on the birth certificate without signing the acknowledgement of paternity.
Well, what's the documents that you sign to fight it?
No, you just you don't you just file the paperwork. You just fill out the paperwork for the birth certificate and you don't sign the acknowledgement of paternity. You don't have to sign it because that's how it works when the woman just puts you. What if you're not even in the hospital? You're not in the hospital. They still put you on the birth certificate. They don't need you to sign that acknowledgement of paternity.
Got
Well,
me
let me
sick,
ask
but I
let
got
me
you.
ask this. So based off what you're saying, the acknowledgement that you're signing without going through, the hospital and the birth certificate, is that you substantiating that you're the father of that child?
Well, I'm gonna ask you, why do you have to substantiate if you're the what is you have your birth certificate, right? Are any of your parents' signatures on your birth certificate?
All right.
The only thing that's on there on your birth certificate is their name. You're signing a separate
Okay.
document, and they attach it to it to make to trick you into thinking that you're signing something else. Like no other contract can work that way. I can't have you go to the car dealership to buy a car and I attach a mortgage document to it and now make you responsible for this house that you're not even living in.
All right, check this out, Face. What if you don't sign it and then they serve you with child support? What do? You say, show me documents that I signed or didn't sign or what? I mean, like what is the paperwork that you use in defense of you not signing the birth certificate and they still serve you with child support?
Okay, number one, you don't need paperwork to say any of that, right? What happens is when they serve you for child support, they're basically giving you a notice to appear. So you have to appear so they don't enter a default judgment.
Okay.
But when they deem you as a non-custodial parent, saying that you're obligated to pay child support, they're assuming that you abandoned your child. So the number one way you fight this is by not giving them financial documents to begin with. When they subpoena you, like, well, listen, this is my child, and I've been taking care of my child from day one. I don't need my child to be put on welfare because that's what this is. This is Title 4D of the Social Security Act, which is welfare. I'm not agreeing to my child being placed on welfare. Now, when you say that to them,
Okay.
they're going to be stuck, right? They can't, because think about it, right? When you get locked up, like, for committing a crime, are you as the defendant obligated to provide evidence against yourself? No, you're not. So, and because it's an administrative hearing, they don't have subpoena power. So they can't subpoena your financial records, which is why they ask you to bring it in. Now it's different if you're married. If you're married, now you got community property and a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's different because you signed that marriage license, so now you're agreeing to the
Right.
contract.
But I mean, the majority of men are having kids out of wedlock.
Right.
So as far as, I mean, the defense on what you're talking about, like once you respond to the courts and, they done serve you and put you on child support, what is your defense to get off?
Oh, you're talking about like once you got off. Okay, well.
Because they've served you with child support, regardless if you signed the documents or not, because she told them that you are the father and you've been served with child support, right? So however long it takes for her to get you to the court or whatever, right? That's where they talk about the rears, because everything you've done, like when you said, I've been taking care of my kid since birth. Once she puts you on child support, all that is considered a gift.
Right, but here's the
It's
problem,
not
right?
even considered child support until the courts is deemed child support. It's child support.
But here's the thing. What gives them the right or jurisdiction to determine what a gift is, right? So you have to object once they say that. Anything you don't object to on the record, basically is saying that you're in agreement with it. So when they say, "Well, listen, oh, you gave all this money as a gift," no objection. I don't give my children gifts. I take care of my children. I would appreciate you as an officer of the court not making a false representation and false statements on the record. So you have to object, because what happens is they say it's a gift and you sit there and you don't say anything. Now again, this isn't shade, because listen, I'm just telling y'all some shit I wish I knew before I got in my situation. But now that I know it,
Right.
it's better for everybody else to know. So, but that's what happens. They say it's a gift. They have you on the record not saying anything, and especially if you go in there with a lawyer, which is the biggest mistake you could ever make. Now you're in there silent on the record. You basically just agree to it because you didn't object. So that's how you get around that. You have to object. And as far as the arrears amount is based on your financial documents, because it's all a calculation. They can't calculate arrears if you never give them financial documents. Right? If you notice when they give you the paperwork, right, they say, "Oh, you have to bring in this," or you may, have civil penalties. You may have
Right.
your license suspended. It doesn't say that you will. It says that you may.
That's true. That's true. My
Yo,
question
hold
is
on,
this, and
hold on, real quick before we get to the next question. We got another guest in the class. P&R Connection. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, y'all, man?
What's happening?
Ain't too much, man. It was kind of a lot of talking going on, so I'm just sitting back taking it in.
No doubt,
But
yo.
y'all right on point, man. I wish I would have knew half of that stuff about 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man. Facts.
So face facts. Hold on, real quick. Let me ask this, because this is very important to me, and I'm asking to learn. Face facts. Based off what you said, you don't have to sign the birth certificate, but based off the documents that you say you're signing, is that substantiating?
I got to stop you. Not a birth
Go
certificate.
ahead.
You don't sign birth certificates. What you're signing?
No. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying you're signing the birth certificate. Whatever else you're signing, is that substantiating that you're the father of that child?
Well, no, you're not signing anything, because it's a separate document.
Okay.
When you fill out the paperwork for the birth certificate, you're just filling out the paperwork and they're putting your name on the birth certificate. The acknowledgement of paternity is what you sign, because you're signing a contract. A birth certificate is not a contract.
Okay. So basically, but again, but all that substantiates that you're the father of that child, correct?
The acknowledgement of paternity, no. The acknowledgement of paternity doesn't substantiate that you're the father of the child. What the acknowledgement of paternity means is that you're agreeing to the Title 4D section of the Social Security Act, which is child support, which is...
So that's basically protecting you from being...
No, it's allowing her... No, if you don't sign it, it protects you. If you don't sign it, it protects you. If you do sign it, it basically means that you're agreeing. Like, long story short, once you sign that, you're agreeing to be placed on child support. Yeah, what you're saying without knowing it is, oh, I'm agreeing that the mother automatically, because what they consider, right, an unmarried woman can't support herself. So because she's unmarried, she automatically qualifies for welfare. You're agreeing to that. You're basically signing the rights to ownership of your child away to the state. So by not signing that, because they're gonna ask you why you didn't sign it. You're like, well, I didn't need to sign it because I'm taking care of my child. My child doesn't need to be on welfare.
You know what, man? And I was just asking to learn, but that makes sense. I ain't gonna lie to you. That makes sense. It makes sense to me. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. I just wanted to
You
learn
done?
something. You know,
Okay.
we learn something every day. I just wanted to learn that real quick.
No doubt.
Facts.
All right. Can I?
Now,
Y'all, hold on, man. Let me. Can I ask the question?
The BZ.
Hey, so face fact, you said in the beginning, you said you wish you knew before you had signed, right?
Yeah.
At what point did you learn this information, and did you learn it because you seen some documents, or you seen somebody have success with that knowledge?
Both. And I've had my own success because the way that I've been dealing with them with my case is different. Like I took a different approach. Like a lot of these things that I'm saying, like I actually did it, and I've gotten different results. Like I'm in the process now of getting my case thrown out for fraud.
Okay, but what I mean, as far as the custody is concerned, what part? I mean,
Well,
what part of success did you get?
it's two separate issues. Well, no, I got heavy visitation of my daughter from day one, and I got severely reduced child support. But I'm at the point now where they were unhappy with the amount of child support that I was paying, because according to them in their calculations, I should have been paying more. But because I took certain steps, they weren't able to get with the maximum amount. So now I'm in the process of getting it
They
thrown
or
out.
she?
Well, it got nothing to do with her. It's the court.
Right, it's
The courts have preset determined amounts of child support. Now,
Well,
what
she
they
put
can
you
do,
on it though, right?
well, no, that's not how it works. Because remember, child support is not for the child and is not for the mother, right? They got a case that everyone's talking about now.
She filed paperwork to put you on child support, or
Yeah,
was she getting assistance?
right. She filed paperwork because remember, it's an administrative process. They don't have judicial powers. So basically, it's the state suing. It's the mother suing you, and
Right.
the state
So what I'm saying
collecting
is
the money.
she went to they.
Right.
Right. So when you say they, you mean her, because she could take you off at any time.
No.
No.
I think I understand face facts, because when he say they, it's not just her, it's the state. Because
Well, now
remember, like when it comes to
it's they because she joined the state. But what I'm
But no.
exactly.
I get what he's asking, right? But here's the difference. It depends. Like if the mother's on welfare, the state automatically takes the child support, so she's not even getting the money. The purpose of child support.
Right. So I don't know what your situation is. I asked, is she on child support and getting assistance? Is that where the they comes in, or did she go to the white folks and put you on paper to get child support? So now it's a they.
Right. Yeah. My situation
it started out as a you and her.
Right. My
And she
situation
got
is
them in your business.
right.
Exactly.
She's not on welfare, so she just wanted to put me down there. But the reason I'm
on her.
Right. Well, I get what you're saying.
I think it's always a they.
Right.
Because
that's how
go ahead, face fact. Go ahead.
Is they once she joined them.
Right.
And hold on. But she can't. It can't be a her, because whatever she's doing when it comes to getting financial income from the man, it's always a they, because she's entering into a contract that they have against the man.
Right.
But she could always sign a satisfaction order.
No, she can't. Not always.
And get you off of that. Yes.
No, they can only do that if they're not on welfare. But that's
that's not welfare is not the case, so we don't need to keep talking about welfare. That's not even.
But look though, the bell. That's always an option. You feel me? Just like
we're talking about a specific case. We're talking about his case. In his case, there is no assistance and there is no welfare. So it's not a forced thing.
But it's still there though. But it's still
I know it's there because she put him on child support.
Right.
It's not the state that put him on child support. It's her.
Right. No,
but
I get what Bill's saying.
And even with the state, with her being on welfare and using assistance, they're asking her who's the father of the child, so we can put this bill on somebody.
Right.
Right.
But the reason why I'm framing it that way is because I get it.
Is she listening?
My case is a different scenario, right? But the reason why I'm saying it like that is because I want everybody out there to understand how to get it thrown out. And in order for you to get the case thrown out, you have to make it seem like it's them, because what they're doing is they're basically misrepresenting themselves and they're participating in faulty contracts. If you go in there and make the mistake about making it about the mother, you'll lose. You have to place the responsibility on the state. So yeah, how you get on there? Yeah, they tell this raggedy bitch, listen, you put this dude on this and we'll give you money, right? So yeah, from that aspect, you're 100% right. It is her. In terms of fighting it, so you can put these people in their place and get them about your business, it's all on them. It's a state contract, it's misrepresentation, all of that.
Right.
Okay.
Now, thank you for understanding what I'm saying, because it's her first, and then it becomes they once she joins them and puts them in your business. Now you're fighting they.
Right.
Yeah. But but as far as the strategy, do you have like any kind of footage or documentation of this working?
About not getting on in the first place? Yeah.
Well, that and like the results of that in court, like, you know what I'm saying, something substantial, so a man can come in and be like, okay, this is a document I need to sign. This is a document, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the steps to be able to fight that in court.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
because a lot of men have already made the mistake of signing the birth certificate, and now, you know what I'm saying, they was in a relationship. It was good for a minute, then it went bad, and now they find themselves in family court and they find themselves going through this shit.
And that's why Face Facts was saying don't sign that crap. And I know, but I understand where he's coming from.
That's for those that haven't had a child yet. But what I'm saying is for those that already have signed, like him and me and a lot of others.
Okay.
Now then what?
Right. So here's so what you're saying is, I get what you're saying, right? So that's why we work in the ABC model, right? So A is never signing, never getting on in the first place. Now B would be my situation, like where I have fraud throughout the process of them committing the crimes that they did. So there's multiple ways to get your case thrown out. You can get your case thrown out if they were committing fraud. You can even get your case thrown out if you were never served properly. Right?
How do you prove fraud though?
Oh,
what's the steps to prove fraud?
Well, one way, which is the child support agency is constantly guilty of, is taking more money than they're supposed to. Now you can prove that with if you have an employer, they send IWOs to your employer. So if they submit fraudulent paperwork to your employer that doesn't correspond with what the current order is, that's fraud. What they'll tell you is that you made an overpayment, but you got to stop them in their tracks when they say that and say, no, listen, I have a garnishment. I'm not gonna allow you to misrepresent facts on record as an officer of the court. You're purposely and actively committing fraud by saying it's an overpayment, knowing that I have a garnishment on this account, which means that faulty paperwork was submitted to my employer and more money was taken than it was supposed to. So that's theft and also fraud. So I'm not going to allow you to misrepresent the facts by saying there was an overpayment, because I didn't make an overpayment. They want to use that verbiage to make it seem like you made the mistake.
But what if it wasn't an overpayment and they just garnishing your wages?
No, but that's what I'm saying to you. It's not an once you have a garnishment, it's not an overpayment. Overpayment would be if you went down to the child support agency, you were supposed to pay $300 and you pay $500. No, if your child support order is $300 a month and they send paperwork to your job saying it's $500, that's fraud. It's not an overpayment.
But what if they submitted the paperwork saying you only owe $300 and it wasn't an overpayment? How do you avoid that?
Oh, you mean if it wasn't an overpayment? Well, no.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if it
How do you
wasn't,
avoid that?
you mean how do you avoid them doing the overpayment?
No,
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 no, no,
no. How
no,
do you
no,
how
no.
do how go ahead,
So
go ahead, go
so
ahead, Bill.
so
Go ahead.
so your situation was unique because it should have been 3, but they charge you 5.
Right, because they
Right.
sent
But that's not
paperwork. They
but that's
sent
not
paperwork that
everybody's
said
case.
5. Right. No,
Yeah.
listen, it's a case by case basis.
Right,
So for
right.
you to get thrown out, I'm just basically giving you an example.
If
Right. Because
somebody is
that
getting overcharged for child
right.
support.
So if you're getting overcharged and they took more than they were supposed to, again,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy, but you can get it thrown out, and you can't let them, because they have protocols for that, which is why, because I know you've heard that phrase before. They call it an overpayment because that's
Right.
what they're told to say. But that again, that's still a mischaracterization, right? And when you're in court, right, you're supposed to be under oath, right? They want to run you through all the fake processes and make it seem like it's a regular court case. So if that's the game they want to play, you have to hold them to their own standard. You can't take a stand and make a false statement. So you got this
Right.
fake judge who's pretending to be a judge, making false statements on a court record. By them saying to you on record that it's an overpayment, if you, again, like I said before earlier, if you don't object, you're agreeing to that. So you have to stop them right then and there in their tracks. When they say that bullshit, you gotta be like, yo, listen, it's not an overpayment, it's a garnishment. You took
Okay.
more than you. If I go to the bank and take $1,000, but I only got 500 in my account, they're gonna come after me for bank fraud.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're
Okay.
held
So
to that same standard.
okay. Hold on,
but
hold on,
what
hold
but
on,
what
hold
if
on.
okay.
Now in a custody case, now we had conversations about, you said you paid over 100,000 in lawyer fees, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was telling everybody, get as much information as you can and file paperwork on your own without a lawyer. Now I heard you tonight say, don't get an attorney, right? Hey, and I'm gonna tell you something. It doesn't matter if you got 200,000, 100,000, or $1. You are gonna get every other weekend. I mean, standard parenting time is what they gonna give you, regardless of a attorney or not.
Right, because
And
they don't want to affect the child support order. But
right,
it depends. It depends, right? If you're married, because here's the thing, like you don't you kind of
well,
need an attorney in the
well,
beginning for the
70% of black men are not married. They
right,
have a
but
baby
what
mama.
right now it's complicated, right? If you know how to file your own paperwork, because here's what you got to understand, right? And an attorney as a father is going to misrepresent you. They're officers of the court. They want to keep custody
Absolutely.
with mom because they want you on child support. The only problem is if you go in there for the initial phase of your case without an attorney, they're going to railroad you. You might not even get every other weekend. You might end up with supervised visits because what the attorney does is they allow you to file the paperwork. Now, the mistake I made was I didn't know how to utilize the attorney at the time, which is why I ended up paying what I was paying. So for custody is a different situation. For custody, you do need an attorney, but you have to be very specific. The only thing the attorney is going to do for you is file the paperwork. You don't want the attorney to represent you. Now they're gonna get pissed off when you tell them this. Like, listen, I just need somebody to file my paperwork and fill out my paperwork. Like, listen, I want motions because I need this done. So that you can either get somebody who's not an attorney that knows the law, or you can get an attorney. And you basically got to use the attorney to file the paperwork and not to represent you. That was the mistake that I made that I didn't know at the time.
Well, why not
Face
have it?
first. My
Why
bad.
not
Go ahead,
have
bro.
an
Go ahead.
attorney though? I'm sorry. Why not have an attorney? Because right now I'm at the back end of my child support. I'm at the end of it, right?
Right.
And what I found out, what I've learned during this whole situation is that they did a lot of things that they were not supposed to do. So I'm getting ready to sue child support, all of the court officers, all the people that help facilitate this misjustice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because um they're not supposed to be doing it like they doing it, and they're not supposed to have it to where as though, like he said, like if they garnish my bank accounts, a few of my bank accounts, right? And
for rears, because you have
yeah,
rears. Okay.
yes,
Hey, time out for a sec, bro. Can I ask you a question?
go ahead.
Are you from Baltimore?
Yes, I am.
I know why he asked.
Bingo. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
What y'all can hear accent? See, to me, I sound like
I got
Accent.
Yo.
And how was y'all able to pinpoint the exact spot though?
Come on, come on, man.
I'm real good at this, brother.
But yeah, man, I'm just taking all this in because, like I said, that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to sue everybody that was involved in that, even my baby mothers. You understand what I'm saying? Because it just like they trying to take me for broke. You know what I'm saying? And I did what I was supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Did you get overcharged or what happened?
No, they found some of my bank accounts and just went in and took what they wanted to take. They didn't leave me with nothing.
But did it cleared your rears though?
Not yet, because now they trying to act like nobody knows where the money is.
Wait a minute, they didn't use when they garnished it. They didn't use it for the rears.
I'm not
It
sure.
didn't go to
Like
the
I
rears?
said, they're acting like they don't know.
Check your balance. Check your.
No, I know what they
I'm
took
talking about
from
the
me.
balance on the child support to see if it's been paid.
No, it's not going anywhere, and it's been like this for a couple months. But this been going on for like a year and a half, and they trying to hold it.
You got to follow the money. See where the money went.
Hell yeah, because they're gonna add interest.
Money
They're gonna
trail.
try to add the interest, and they're gonna try to bank off these. Y'all can't stand these mother.
I mean, do you know? Do you know the who? I mean, the institution or whoever did garnish the money?
Took it? Yeah, I got documentations on when the money was took, how the money was took. You know what I'm saying?
And who it was took from? I mean, and who took it?
No, child support took it. It was child. I definitely found out it was child support
Well, this shit
enforcement.
went to your rears then.
Right.
But like
now,
I said,
you also got to do is you got to sue the bank. You got to sue the bank too.
Because they didn't give me any notice. That's the same thing I was saying with them. I was like, well, how can y'all? They even went into CDs. They even able to touch CDs. And I didn't notice at the time, but I'm talking, like I said, I'm talking to
anything that was tied to your social security number.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right.
And they can do that. They can do. It's like once you, like I said, on the CDs, is a certain time period, right? That their money has to sit in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they was able to go in there and take it out whenever they felt like it. Like, and I'm like, hold on. If I go in there, I was like, if I go in there and take my money out, I get a penalty for doing that. But y'all going to allow somebody else to come in and take my money out, and nobody.
I gotta ask face facts. Face facts. I really, because you giving some game, and I want to ask. So basically, let's say you get into a child support situation where you're paying exactly the money that they say that you need to pay, and they're not taxing you. They're not. If you got to pay $300, you're paying that. How do you avoid that part? Does that affect you as well as the same as what you were saying? Like, because before you were saying, the overpayment, like.
Right. Well, it technically should be an overpayment because of what they did to him, right? But
no, he's talking about you.
Not
just a scenario where
random,
where you owe 300
yeah.
and you're getting garnished 300.
Yeah.
If all your paperwork is
how do you avoid that?
Well, you can't. Well, because what happens is it's all paperwork.
All right. So you got that? You got that, brother?
Right. It's not that you can avoid it. It's just that if they follow the due process and don't commit fraud, then you don't have to worry about it. But if there's nothing stopping them from committing fraud, but you can only take measures to correct the fraud once they commit it.
Okay. So and that's what I was asking. And again, like I said, I was just trying to learn. So basically, again, just to clarify, hold on real quick. So just to clarify, if they asking you for $300, $400 and you're
Right.
paying exactly what they're asking for, then there's
Wait,
nothing that you can
are you
do to
paying or you got a garnishment?
whatever. Yeah.
No,
But
because you got to be specific because they're two very different things.
Like it's
So,
being garnished out your check.
right, if it's garnished,
Whether
if
you pay,
it,
if you don't pay, they can garnish it. So
well, no,
long story short,
not necessarily. No, it depends. It depends on how you're employed. So I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. But
okay,
to answer
okay.
your question, the only way you can stop, I get what you're asking. The only way you can stop them from committing fraud against you is if you're self-employed. That's number one.
No, but that I'm not talking
there's
about
something
fraud.
I'm
I'm
learning
speaking
too.
on I'm speaking on
Right.
them.
He already
You know,
he already answered that. Okay,
right,
Yeah.
and I know he
there's
did that,
nothing
but
you can
he
do
asked me
about it.
another question. I was just
Yeah,
responding. I was just responding to his question.
there's nothing you
So
can do about
basically,
it.
is okay.
Okay,
That's what I was asking.
okay, you
Go
done
ahead,
with
y'all,
that,
brother.
brother?
Go
So
ahead.
I can ask Baltimore a question, man. God damn it!
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, shut up, man.
Hey, bro.
You know I love you. You know I love you like cook food, man.
Absolutely, man. But you burn the food sometime, man. But check it. Hold on, man.
Hey,
Baltimore. Baltimore. Hey,
What up?
man. At any point, does she take you back? Does she take you back for a modification at any point in your parenting
No, but
to try to
I found
increase the
out.
child support?
No,
No, she didn't try to increase it.
say no that you're aware of, because they could
No, you're right.
have got a default judgment, which is what allowed them to garnish that in the first place.
Yeah,
Because that was the only reason they could probably go in and take all that extra out of your bank account, right? But I'm gonna put you on game. I'm gonna let you know how what happened to you happened, right? Because every corporation within their HR department has what they call a garnishment department. So basically, what that is every single solitary corporation has a child support liaison that has access to your personal information that they shouldn't have. So this is how they get your financial documents. This is how they get all the stuff that they're not supposed to have, which again is illegal. They're not supposed to information to these people.
Okay.
So
What happened?
that's
I kind of
also
went out.
yeah. You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
white
So
supremacy. White supremacy, like, oh hell no. They like, oh hell no, not today. These mothers, they over here cooking. They over here cooking, yo. You know, I tell you, every time y'all
Hey,
say the
bread.
N
Hey,
word or y'all start cooking,
hey,
they
bread.
start shutting
Bread.
niggas. Yeah.
I got a question for you when he done. When he
Okay.
yeah, so each corporation has a garnishment department. So they go in there, they get all this information. They basically hand feeding these people at these child support agencies this information that they're not supposed to have. So a lot of times you can sue your employer for processing the faulty paperwork, right? But the main thing is you want to get this case thrown out. So again, every case is different. You got to know your case. You got to know what they're doing. You got to know what your paperwork is supposed to say, and you got to get this paperwork from your employer, because if you go to a child support agency, they're gonna tell you they don't have it. So
Yeah, like just like I was saying, they trying to act like they don't know where this money is. You know what I'm saying? But I clearly have
of course.
documentation of them taking the money. You understand what I'm saying? But now
right,
all of a sudden it's in limbo.
but here's the thing: you should be glad that they did that, because guess what they did? They violated your due process right.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, I'm
So
just stacking my money up right now to go ahead and take these people to court. Everybody. I'm suing
right,
everybody.
and you make sure when you sue the shit out of these bastards, you make sure to include that they violated your due process. Because here's what they do, right? Because once you put that in, once you write that, now they have to investigate to see if your due process was violated.
violated.
Now, right now, due process
Hmm.
violation is cause to throw out pretty much anything. That if anything, that's what judges and attorneys get in trouble for due process violation. That's probably the only thing they can get in trouble for, especially if it's blatant. Now, the fact that they're telling you they don't know where the money went, that's a blatant due process violation. So you were more
But the
interested in taking it. But they know where the money went. They're full of
but
shit.
the thing
Of
is,
course, of
how does
course.
he proact? Damn. What I want to
You,
call it?
how
The
how
name.
does he prove? How does he prove that they did that?
No, 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 no. Damn. I'm trying to think of the word. How does he
What?
get his money back?
Retroactive.
Retroactive. My bad. Right on. Look at good bread coming from the Lord.
Well,
Yeah.
well, it depends. There's two ways he can get his money back, right?
Hmm.
He can sue the mother, or he can sue the financial institution that dispersed this money, and basically what that'll cause is basically what you want to do is you want to start a pot, right? You want to put snakes in the bowl and shake it and run away and let the three snakes fight each other. So that's the baby mother, the child support
Mm.
agencies, and either the employer or the bank. So you want to get them fighting each other while you sit back and watch, and just collect the spoils of war without getting your hands dirty. So he could probably sue all three if he wants. He can sue the mother because the money was dispersed to her, so now she has to prove that she didn't get this money. Same way you would like if a bank accidentally deposited extra money in your account. If the bank mistakenly put an extra 10,000 in your account, you go and withdraw it. Best believe they're going to track you down and get that money back. So it's a
Hmm.
similar process. They can't act like they don't have procedures for this.
And
Now,
now hold on real quick. That's where he's I know that's a fact. And that attorney general is who you gonna go after because I just went through this and I got my money back. But they put it all on the woman. This is ladies, I hope y'all know that they gonna throw y'all so far under the bus and anything you cash, you gonna owe up, yo. You gonna owe it up, and they gonna throw you far under the bus because they not gonna tell us that they gave you the money. You know what I mean? They're gonna just tell us that we gotta sue you. We gotta take you to court now, and that's when they gonna come at you, and they gonna get you. They're gonna let you know that they are not liable
See,
for anything.
bread. I know it's your show and everything, but I was just gonna ask you what you just said, brother. Hey, hey,
Ah.
let me. Can I set it up, please?
Yo, cause I thought you was gonna say what I was eating, cause you know I was quiet for about a
No,
hot
no,
15
no, no,
minutes.
not today, man. We cooking on this. We cooking on this court case right now. But as far as Baltimore, you said you on the ass end of your child support, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, Bread, you was in a situation to where you was on the ass end of your child support, but they said that you didn't file the correct paperwork to get off at a certain time, right?
Right.
And then you had to go through the process, all that legal process of getting them to the point where they owed you money. But like, could you tell him how to prevent that and file that paperwork before
Yeah, guys.
it get to that point?
6 months. 6 months. When you know your date, yo. You start that year that you know you about to make class of whatever year that is. You circle that 6 month mark, and you go. You head down to your nearest court, family court, and you go. You put in the paper to remove yourself from their system. You gotta put in that paper, or they will continue to collect your joint. You know what I mean? So that's where I
And
fucked up at. You
and
know what I
how did they
mean?
make it difficult for you? You had to go get birth certificates and
Yo.
IDs and all kind of shit.
All right. So see, like I said, like Face Fact said, it's everything is a unique situation. So what had happened to me, right?
Hmm.
My last year that I was on, my baby mother, she went to go modify the 2 years before my last year, because they got 3 years. Every 3 years they could go modify and ask for more money. So one time she went to do that, she put the wrong birth date on my daughter date, like when she was born. So
Hmm.
the courts then picked up this the funny shit they did, mind you. They decides to pick up that paperwork and go off of that paperwork. So now 2 years pass. Nobody's paying attention to that paperwork and that blemish on that paperwork. So 2 years pass, I go to fulfill that paperwork out. they telling me that I still got a whole year left, I'm telling them like, no, no. My daughter gonna be 21 this year. They like, no, her birthday is this, and I'm like, nigga, I got the birth certificate. So I had to call, get my own copy of the birth certificate because I had a copy, but magically, when you living with your baby moms, magically
Oh yeah.
your copies disappear, and you know what I mean. So I had to go get a new copy, take it down to the child support office. Then they tried to ping me to the court, the family courts, and because in New York it's separate. You know what I mean. We got a child support building, then we got a family court building, and our family court building is its own building. It's its own building, yo. No other state got that. Probably one other state, but New York got its own. The big court, federal court, right across the street, and then child support got its own building. Boy, big business.
Okay, well, I appreciate it because this is very informative. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Facts.
definitely gonna put me on the right track to get this whole situation taken care of. And like he said that I I was unaware that she was doing some things in the background that I didn't know. You understand what I'm saying? But it for somehow it just came out. You know what I'm saying? Because she had a surgery or something, and she was out of work for a minute. So she ran down there and and was talking to them people. I don't know what she said, how
Yeah,
she said it,
she was probably getting assistance.
Yeah, she was getting
but
I mean,
welfare
she was
because she
probably
wasn't working.
getting SNAP
Mm-hmm.
and all that.
Yeah,
Disability and all of
workman's
that.
Yep.
comp and all of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yep.
I didn't like how the simple fact that you knew that you was getting ready to be out of work, right? Because
Man,
she had a surgery.
you
She knew that.
can't expect her to do you a favor.
Right.
I
No,
mean,
Exactly.
She didn't give
especially
me
if
none yet.
Exactly.
especially if y'all was on the outs. But the thing is though, hey, what were you seeing? Are you seeing your kids, or were you seeing your kids, or
yes.
you had
Every
always seen your kids?
yes.
All right,
I
You
cool.
had to
always been there.
you
Always
had
been there.
no, I ain't talking about you been there. I'm talking about they been there. Your kids have been with you. I mean, like, was you getting regular visitation?
Well, we was staying together for about 17 years, so you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, your kids was grown then.
Oh yeah, your kids is
Damn.
big.
Well, damn.
Wait a minute. Who was staying together for 17 years? You and your baby mama, or
Yeah, one of them. Me and one of them was together for 17 years.
So which one
so
was you
then
on
your
child
Hold
support
so
with?
on. So
then
you hold on.
so
Wait.
your
You
child
going through this?
with
You
multiple
going through this
women?
with multiple women?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh man.
God
How old
damn.
is your youngest?
19.
Oh, you almost
Oh, well,
good, man.
you
Yeah. That's
yeah,
what he said though.
you
He did
done.
say that. He at the back end. He at the back end. That's right. He
Yeah,
at the
that's
back
what I
end.
said. That's what I was telling
Yeah,
y'all. I'm on
but
the
you
ass
only
end of the joint.
but you only dealing with rears, and then the little bit you got to go forward, right?
No, just a bridge. Right now it's just a bridge.
But your visitation with your kids has always been cool though.
Yeah. Never had a
Okay.
problem with seeing my kids. Well, at least one of them.
But you had
One of them went down there and put out a fake what you call order on me, and I didn't even know nothing about that one.
God damn.
your kid or your baby mama?
Mm.
One of my baby mothers went and put a domestic violence order out on me. I didn't touch it. I didn't even know nothing about
Oh,
it. You
she wanted
understand
that
what I'm
free
So
saying?
that
crib.
It's a
right there
business
affected your
hustle.
visitation with your kid.
Yeah.
She wanted the free crib. She wanted the free
No,
crib.
Oh
it did.
man.
With her, she interfered in the bond. You know what I'm saying? I
No, I'm
guess,
just saying if you got a protective order, it's going to be kind of difficult for y'all to make an exchange with your kid.
no, she tried to get one, but she didn't show up for court.
Oh,
Like I said,
okay. Well,
I'm
then, yeah, that
just
don't even
Okay.
matter then.
I'm just finding this stuff out. This was in
Well,
2011
I
that
mean,
she went and did that.
yeah, but if it didn't affect your visitation or whatever, it don't even matter.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's a
I'm
blessing
more
right
so,
there.
like I said, I'm more so worried about the way they went about doing things because I had my own business, and that's kind of that cash flow that I had on my personal side. They took that, and that's affecting my business side also. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can we talk about the alienated parent
Go
and
ahead.
and why it's important for a man to file his paperwork on the bitch?
That's what I wanted to get to, because you know it's
Uh,
late on the East Coast, so I do
Right.
gotta wrap the show on up. So with that said, I did wanted you to give your spill on hashtag put papers on the female. All
Yes.
right, go ahead,
Hey,
Five.
hey, hey, brothers, if you are not getting visitation to your child, hey man, file paperwork ASAP to get parenting time. And when you get parenting time, you need to do all your research as far as like filling your paperwork out. You go to legal aid, go there's a there should be some kind of resource in your courthouse to help you fill it out. And what you want to do is get you a parenting plan. Everything that a lawyer is going to do for you, find out what that lawyer is going to do for you and do it for yourself. Because if you pay all this astronomical amount of money for an attorney and then they only give you standard parenting time every other weekend and holidays and 4 weeks out the summer and all that, you could do that yourself. And the thing is, you could save that money that you'll be spending to put that lawyer's child through college, keep that for yourself, and then use that to pay the child support, because it don't matter how much money you're going to spend on a lawyer, you're still going to have to pay child support going
Mm-hmm.
forward. So you might as well use that money for that purpose, or hey man, uh keep it in your pocket. Because I'm telling you, man, that family court is a racket. They know that they profit off of dysfunctional relationships, and they know that they use men and they use the kids to pull on the heartstrings of men to for you to dip in your pocket and show how much you love your kid. They want you to prove, how much you love your kid or whatever, but your kid belongs to you just as much as it belongs to the female. So she's not paying shit. Why should you have to pay shit? You know what I mean? To be able to prove that this is your child and whatnot. So, hey man, do as much as you can and get as much knowledge as you can in this family court racket, so you can operate kind of independently without using these people. You know what I mean? I mean, we got the internet, we got all kind of stuff, man, to be able to give you a knowledge of the steps to use and the things to do to get through this process. But like, hey man, you gotta stay calm. You gotta keep your veins cold. You gotta treat this like a business and not really be emotional, because they play on your emotions. And when you get emotional, then you start dipping in your pocket and trying to get your resources together and all that shit. Then you might find yourself homeless and fucked up, and you know what I'm saying? And just your mind to be totally occupied on this process. But like, as long as you know the process and you got knowledge of the process, man, it'll go a whole lot smoother.
Yes, sir.
That's a fact, y'all. And y'all gotta change y'all perspective, fellas with kids, fathers. Start to change your perspective, bro. She your babysitter. Your baby mama is your babysitter. You pay top dollar to the courts for a babysitter, yo. That's all she is. All right, y'all. Remember that. Put papers on her, and then you good. She can't do nothing to you when you got documents. When you got her documented, she can't get fly. Know what I mean? Change your perspective, guys. We look at it sometimes from a negative point of view, and that harbor over us like a dark cloud. We put a dark cloud over us, and it just be raining and shit. Fellas, that's our babysitter. She our babysitter now, bro. I love the way 5,000 break it down. Like, that's your
Mm-hmm.
babysitter. Put papers on her. Don't make it look like, oh, she got me, she dragged me. No, son. Put papers on her. Because, like I said earlier in the live, I guarantee you, those of you that's playing Let's Pretend to be co parents, I guarantee you, you paying and you giving her more of your energy and money than the courts will ever have you you know what I mean, have
Hey,
to pay.
and not only
What's
that,
up?
but like, once you got her on paper, Now it's like you're her probation officer. Now you got to make journals of every time she fucks up and violates that court order. And not only that, but like if you find yourself alienated and she's violating a court order, what you got to do is call the police so the police can make a police report, right? But see, the thing is, you can't just bring that police report into court because it's hearsay. You got to subpoena that police officer that wrote that report. So you got to have all your ducks in order. And they ain't going to tell you this shit when you get to court because you're going to act like you got all this documentation and you're going to serve her, even if it's a judge's direct order to that she needs to give you your child, she can violate that and there was no penalty. But when you subpoena everybody that has wrote a report and have them come in and speak for themselves, that right there is what's going to help you out more than just hearsay, your word against hers and this and this and that. Because what it it comes down to, you got to stop playing her game. When you doing this shit, when you playing this shit, it's like, hey man, you documenting her bullshit, but then you're going to the court to talk to the judge. You want to hold the judge accountable and put his feet to the fire of what are you going to do when a female does this? You know what I mean? So when you do that, it's not like you going back and forth with her. You going directly to her master. You know what I mean?
I love it. It's true.
And that's the right word. That's exactly what it is.
And you cutting through the bullshit and you going right to her white zaddy. To the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
White supremacy.
Absolutely. Because she is the right hand of white supremacy.
Yep. Right. And while we talking putting papers on the bitch, right? The name of the game is identity theft. If you didn't sign that acknowledgement of paternity and them people subpoena you and they talking about you owe child support now, ask how your baby, how the child support agency got your social security number. You ain't give it to them. If you're not married, you got a baby mama, she committed identity theft. So you sue her. You sue her in small claims court, and if they fight it, then you sue them, in a superior court. So you start out, you sue her for whatever the maximum is in small claims, and you bring that child support paperwork with you. Like, listen, these people have my social security number. I never gave it to them. I don't understand what the basis of this lawsuit was. It's frivolous because I take care of my child. I've not abandoned my child. So this woman has openly committed identity theft, and she used court paperwork to do it.
Yo, and guys, another thing, right? For those of you that's with a girl that haven't ate the apple, it's not a lot of them that haven't ate the apple. But guys, those of you that got a chance, if you jump on it early, like everything we talk about over here, the foundation, stop putting it past these women, right? If you just met her, right? And y'all sitting there messing around and y'all effing without a you know what, unprotected, bro. Start putting some money up so that when it go down, if it go down, it's gonna go down. You are not caught off guard, all right, my guy. You're not caught off guard because I'm telling you, the arrears is what take us down. The arrears. If it ain't for the arrears, you wouldn't care, bro. You will gladly hashtag put papers on the chick, bro. You know what I mean? So start thinking ahead. And some of y'all, when you're in the honeymoon phase, right? And she all dematized, right? Why the dematize is on before it wear off, and take her down there. Like, hey, yo, we've been, let me, like, bro, sign some things like a prenuptial agreement. You know what I mean? A prefectual agreement. Sign. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Get it
hey. And the cold thing about it, I know some females are listening right now, but the thing is though, hey, the angle you take when you go down there when everything is cool is, hey, we need to have 50-50 custody in case something happens to one of us.
Bingo.
Right.
Oh man, that was profound.
Oh
Now,
man.
That
don't,
was
don't, now
profound.
she's gonna buck like a horse, you know, old horse with a glue truck behind it. But that's
No,
your
I'm talking
warning.
about in case something happens, you know, hey, if I die, you die, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because shit happens.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hopefully,
mean?
and see, guys, this is why it's important to stay away from the broke chicks from jump. Because if
Right.
you're dealing with a broke chick, best believe her mama then told her
Just
a
tell
bunch of stupidness. So you're done, son. You're done. Because
Right.
no, my mama. If that
Mm.
happened to me, my mama. And you stay away from broke chicks. Mess with the chicks that got stuff to lose. You know what I mean? Because they'll play the game with you. They'll play the game. The ones that got their mama and that's all they got,
Yeah.
just stay away from them, man. Don't
Yeah.
play.
And,
Don't
and,
play with them.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
and the cold thing about it, man, you can't do it like after an argument or something like that, man.
Right.
You got to remain calm at all times, man, because this is a strategic move. It ain't
Yes.
no, you know what I'm saying? Now she done did some shit. Now you get to thinking and all that. No, man, stay calm through the dumb shit and keep it cool. Fuck the shit out of her. And then be like, hey man, you know what, man? It's a lot of shit been going on in the world, man. You know? Man, let's go down here and make sure you know our baby all right, man. I mean, just go to do this 50-50.
Thanks,
Yo,
y'all. Yeah,
yo,
y'all
yo.
gotta. Don't be like Corey Hardrick, bro. Don't jump the gun. Control your emotions. You see how he got nothing. She finna let him back in, but he got nothing for jumping the gun. Think
Yo,
Kevin
yo,
Federline, bro. Kevin.
yeah, yo, Brad,
Kevin.
I got something colder than that, and y'all should have to pay for this, but I'm gonna give it to y'all anyway. Right. You wait till she goes out on maternity leave. You file the kid on your taxes that year because you're the only one that's working. You go file for full custody with your tax return because now the child is dependent and you got proof. She ain't working. She can't have custody of the child if she don't got a job.
Strong. That's
Yeah,
nasty,
but
bro.
that's the sneaky shit. But then because
So
when
what?
she
You gotta
find
be
out, now
sneaky
you're
with
gonna
it
have a
though.
problem. But you know
So
what I'm
what?
saying? Like
Yep.
if you get in smooth on the we cool tip, she can't say, "Oh, you went behind my back and did this and did that." No, we went to the court together.
Right.
Nah, but
You
with,
see
but
what I'm
with
saying?
50-50, they can hit you with the false DV. Like, they got a system set up for all of that. If you
Yeah,
do it the
about
way I'm saying, if you do it the way I'm saying, now she technically owe you child support. And all you got to say is, nah, I don't want child support. Me and her together, and I take care of my child.
yeah, either way you put it though, when she find out, she gonna let you hear about it because she gonna find out both ways. She gonna find out like, hey, she's just gonna hit her with it. Hey.
Well, she ain't gonna find out if you go together. I mean, because you're gonna know at the same time. This is what we doing. This is what we're going
No,
down
no,
here
no.
for.
But that don't mean nothing. She gonna go with you. You come. Them girls went. Them girls all went to the freak offs and asked them what happened now. Them
All
Listen,
right, man. All right, man.
listen. These
All
chicks was
right,
taught by their mother how child support work from 15.
talk about it this good game, then, Brad.
Nah, I'm just saying. I ain't talking nobody out of nothing. That was premium, top notch game. But do understand, guys, there
Comes
is
at a price.
always a lurking coming around the corner modern woman with a maneuver. She got a rebound and she's assisted by the government. But
Hey, at least she signed that 50-50, man.
it's,
You know.
either way, she asked out. If the sneaky way or this way, she done, son. So it's just how mad do you want her to be? How long can she be mad for?
Listen, it's all insurance. You know what? I say do both. You got
Fuck
your
it.
you got your full coverage. You
At
got
least
your
we
glass
covered all the way
protection.
around the board.
Yo, guys, let's go on and wrap this joint up. He said do both.
Yeah, at least hey, I agree with him. At least we covered around you cover around the board, so you gonna win regardless, just like they
That's
do.
a yo. Let's start with our guy PRC. Wrap it on up. Give us your final thoughts on the live stream tonight. Majority of black women purposely keep the father away from their children.
Uh, uh Yeah, I agree with the title because it's terrible. It's something I lived through. You know what I mean? At least with my first son. You know what I'm saying? I tried to learn from my second one, so I'm in agreement with it, man. Y'all dudes been cooking tonight. I mean, y'all always cooking, but y'all hit a soft spot right here, but yeah.
No doubt, man. No doubt. And I
Yes,
appreciate you for coming out tonight. I got my little sister in the house. My little sister, she's I don't know who told my little sister that men can give each other, give ourselves some raw fish hole, but she's obsessed with that idea that men give ourselves raw fish hole, because that's all she could say. That's all she could say.
oh
No
man.
other answers.
Hey, but in reality, man, to respond to that, chicks is gonna get knocked up, and it's human nature for men and women to have sex and reproduce, and it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way for our generation to continue is to have children. And the thing is, it's about females need to learn how to co-parent, and they need to learn uh that what was detrimental to the community. If they give a fuck about black people like they say they do, they would care about their children and how they're being raised
Hmm.
and who they're being raised with. So you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So you could say abstinence and niggas need to wrap it up and all that, whatever. Niggas need to start wising up, and niggas need to start learning, and that is niggas and females. You know what I'm saying? Both, because we can't produce without each other, and women got to realize that.
That's a
And
fact,
and
bro.
and he can't knock it up if he don't knock on the door. And when he knock on the door, you the one got to open
That's a
Well,
fact.
that's the easy part. I mean, animals can have sex and have puppies. You know what I'm saying? But we claim to be in the most intelligent humans or mammals on earth, but we act dumb as a motherfucker when it comes to raising families and parenting and the basic stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what we need to start doing. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, niggas ain't just gonna volunteer for parenting classes and shit, but that's what we need. And we need it in high school, or we need it really when we start having sex, because the product of sex is gonna be children.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Anybody else got anything else they want to add to the stream before we go on and wrap this thing on up?
Yeah, I'm gonna say thank you for bringing up the topic and letting us have the conversation, because that's what's important. Like, we all know what goes down, but when we talk about it and we put it out on the internet, it gets heard. And what they say is the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So the more we have this conversation, the more we don't let people shame us off the block, and we just keep hitting these internet streets and putting it out there and putting it out there. Eventually, we'll have, even if it's 10 now, 20 later, 100 later than that learn from the mistakes that we've made. That's what's important.
That's a fact. And it penetrate, bro, no lie, because many men that normally wouldn't look like they vote for Trump, voted for Trump. And you know why that is? Because of these panels, these platforms right here. They mainstream now. Oh yeah. Pookie ain't want to look like a goofy going to vote for Carmella this year. No, he didn't. A lot of Pookies voted for Trump, y'all, and I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes, boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing it on the low, looking around, looking like they copping something on the block. Like, yeah, we know what it is.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I saw it. Know what I mean? But
And a lot of it is because the Democratic Party just didn't make no sense on this one.
nope.
And a
Nope.
lot of people seen it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you had people going with color and color only, and not listening to anything but color, and they was blinded by their hatred for Trump. And you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't even, because if you ask them a question like, why are you voting for Kamala? cause she ain't Trump. You know, some stupid shit. So I mean, it is what it is, man. And then if you could see how they was using you and dumbing you down and treating you like buffoons by using their platform to put on Meg the Stallion and Beyonce and Sexy Red and all these other dumb niggas that attract dumb niggas trying to get the dumb nigga vote. I mean, that right there tell you something right there. They think you dumb niggas.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. And just to top it, what you just said, bro. It wasn't even about them not liking Trump. They just hate success. So many of our people suffer from the loser spirit, bro. It's a eat the rich mentality. They didn't even see Trump as president. They just saw him as a successful. They still got the successful billionaire on their mind. And you know, we don't like successful people. We don't like. You see how quick we want.
And bro, the campaign was all mostly about abortion and women's rights to abort. That is a disbelief in God in itself.
That's a fact, though.
Yo,
That go
yo,
directly
Brett.
against everything.
Yo,
Yeah.
Brett, you know what you can
Right.
find? You know what you can find and do a video on? There's a clip of Donald Trump talking about divorce, where he basically was saying that he don't feel like a woman should just get, you know, half of the money based on whatever. Now, this is long before he was even running for president. He did this. I think he did that interview with Barbara Walters. So
Yeah.
his comments on that is a large reason why a lot of liberal women felt the way they felt about him, but no one wanted to bring that up. But I think that video got a lot to do with it, because they felt
Yeah.
like they felt like he was going to do away with no fault divorce. So that's
Yeah.
what was really on the table during this election, and it went untalked about.
Yo, you know why? You know why you not bugging? Cause that's the direct the B what's that? The B4 movement, B4, some shit like that. Some movement that I've been hearing about.
4B,
the
the
4B.
4B movement.
Yeah, the 4B
Yeah.
movement. That's directly correlated with that. I just played a video where the chicks was in here talking about get a divorce right now. And they was panicking. They get a divorce today, get a divorce today. And then one chick, she mentioned some joint about jail, like locking dudes up or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
yo, it was
they're going
nasty.
crazy.
It was nasty. It was nasty. But you know what I mean? They, like I said, social media has been a gift and a curse. The women, they didn't use social media to double the double. They use social media for their desire and need for attention. And that right there has been bad for them, because we see now, we seen what your grandmother was doing. We get to see it now, but you know what I mean? And y'all swear we bugging and shit, but we see it. Fellas, y'all better open your eyes, y'all guys that's still dipping with your toe in the water, bro. That water cold, bro. Make the decision, but you're gonna have to make the decision. The choice is yours, y'all. Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play
Yeah,
with your life, guys. We out of here.
we going